Hello. Hello, hello. Hey, Affinity. Hey, Paul. Curlon. Rail. Popping off. I make no guarantees. The only reason I love this song, though, too, this song is a fucking bop and a half. Fucking Rebirth's version of this song is so good. So we will see if whether or not we're actually going on the hunt tonight. I'm hoping that we do. Given some of the things that Cheeky kind of pointed out. Where am I in my room? I'm not centered right. So we will see. There is the chance we may go on the even though we technically did the hunt Wednesday, but we shall see. Anyways. Wow. I just like this song. This song's a banger. Yeah.
New drift. Dun, 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 dun.
Bitch.
New drift.
That looks so clean on you, dude.
Thank you. You're
Shiny.
looking clean yourself, yeah.
Shiny.
Yeah.
He had to make it white. Of course he did. Of course he did.
Why not?
This guy.
Actually, this is just the base color that the model comes in. I guess it's before.
Wait,
it's like
what?
the layered armor version. Yeah, so it
It's like
comes as
beige.
like.
Oh,
It
I
is,
swear I
yeah,
got it
but
wrong here.
I guess, like I said, I think this is the layered armor version because it's just base white.
Oh,
There we go.
okay.
I just kind of like
I
I was
see.
lazy.
Yo. Fucking nerd.
What do you want from me?
Nerd.
What?
Yeah, you heard me.
There's like a congregation around Miku over there. She having like
Oh
a
shit,
sermon.
wait.
Like my favorite color too. Perfect. I made the colors like Magnus.
I'm running
Because
the
I made
mission.
them part of the secret.
If anything, if none of you know, I am the head DM for the story, classes, and more of Monster Hunter Wilds. Chromia will be running the human interactions. Spino is everything monster because I can't compare. I don't care about the rest of my DMs. I'm corrupt and racist.
Hold on.
Or something.
Understood.
Man,
Understood.
This is very true.
Damn.
Do we, like, I know I don't. Do we instantly, like, when do we, are you gonna call out when we're gonna be getting the hunt?
I'll
Like,
do.
you know,
Yes, I'm
stuff?
calling out later. I'm gonna be telling
Okay.
everyone in the Guardians comments as well.
Could you turn on your filming focus? I kind of lost the secret.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Miku da yo. That's it.
Yeah. I can't go in. That's Miku.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You should totally do it. This is Lloyd's new form, Chromia. This is Lloyd's new form. Ah, shit.
I'll just say Miku da yo.
God damn it. God damn it.
My vision's fading. I'm at the end of the tunnel.
So,
I did line it up.
why do you have a sex?
This is the whole porn. The whole porn is a tuba-sized saxophone.
Mine's kind of.
Understood tracking.
You're asking the wrong person, Patch, but I
Whoever
appreciate the
rolls the
enthusiasm.
red,
If you want to be
But
monster
I'm not having it on until we actually are given the hope set proper, so.
My game.
Yeah.
Also,
I am.
I made Fumi as a secret in my game because he made me as a
Hey, I made Artemis as my secret.
I'm
It's
really
okay. I
sad.
literally made my secret.
So be sassy at Amatsu, huh? Okay. Be petty and sassy.
Damn right. You be petty and sassy as fuck. The motherfucker taunted you. You had the right to fucking.
What did you do? What did you do? What did you do,
In
Jay?
front of Gnarly, I looked at him, Miku da yo.
Despawn.
Congratulations.
Proud of you. I'm proud of you. Good job.
How do you think I felt when I saw
Oh my god.
especially the babies?
Why?
One,
Two, three.
I know the dance. That's the best part about it.
Oh no, I don't worry.
That's-
I artistically
that's
like,
terrifying.
replicate the dance to its most minute detail.
Doggies. The roleplay started. Go in character. Don't stay
Okay.
You won't see it. You
Oh wait, you're still using it.
If you have a minute, I didn't know if
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah. Do you know if secrets are allowed to be just out there?
Yes, absolutely. We're keeping them within the port.
Oh my god.
I could chill as
Do
a
you
secret
all have the
service.
baby one on you, perchance? Because I did not save the baby on me.
I do not.
Let me.
Twix might have it when she comes in, but she's not gonna be here for a while.
I know Twix. I know Twix would have it. I don't doubt that. I just need to nick the
Yeah.
the bobber.
I had it.
Anyways, see you in there, nerd.
So I could run around as a secret.
Grabs your leg. Fucking twist. Damn, girl, you just want to get on my shoulders? I mean, fucking hell, you could just ask. Here, look, now you can go on it. Here you go, click above me now. See, Chromia?
Thank you, Nye.
Here you go.
Or thank you. Oh, not Nye. Fuck. Thank you, Narky. Nye's right there. Narky's right there.
Here, Chromia, you want to get on my shoulders? By all means, click the box. Nerd. There you go.
I'm going in.
I guess we could run
Where
around
am
as
I?
secret
You're like to my left for whatever reason. There you go. Yeah, there you go. You realize I could just go hit the button and you're gonna be in there. Anyways, see you in there, Chromia.
See you.
Until she eventually meets the actual girl.
She'll be okay.
Okay, you can stop being upset with me. I still have cookies at
Also be
home.
wary for
Not gonna hurt
Dorothy's
you,
upset with me.
Dorothy. I'm not gonna hurt you.
No, she's upset. No, she's upset.
I forgot to give her a cookie. I forgot to give her a cookie.
I mean, I have
Gave her
cookies.
food.
You have
I
to-
gave her 2 jars of cookies.
You gotta write a.
Dorothy, you want cookies?
Still not upset with me.
You gotta write like a resume for the like 100 for your 100.
Anyways, actually, Oryx, do you have my
You can have it
swords?
filled and checked, and you could be approved.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dorothy.
yeah. Just talk to the chef, and you see you can hopefully it can be approved by us or. I don't.
I guess not.
Today,
All right.
Like eventually.
I think she's still
But yeah.
Still a bit upset.
I think she's also more like
It's just the monster.
terrified of me. Yeah, like I'm not gonna hurt her. I have no intention of hurting her because it hurts Cosmo. I'm not gonna do that because
Yeah.
things got secret.
Also, you'll tend to see a lot of creatures.
Yeah, they came by last week.
Is it bad? Is it bad that I wrote about it?
You can if they let you. I would don't force it.
Oh yeah. You see,
Oh, oh.
I have
Yes.
a pair. Much sweeter.
Oh, there's the other one.
Anyways, you come with me.
Yeah. Reen
But yeah, if you have any questions, you can get
tosses you a small bag of cookies. Give those to Dorothy.
and a secret thing about
Don't you always love it? And everything.
Alrighty. For what? Oh, silver. Yeah.
Yeah. One day this will look like a forge. One day.
It's in the back rooms. We just don't question it.
Back rooms ain't something entirely different to me. Here you go.
Fair. Anyways. And there's the Zenny. Thank you kindly.
Yeah.
Ah, this gem will do nicely for these, I think. this and that there. Perfect.
I don't care if today is a low rank. I am going. I'm gonna go off to the Forbidden Lands.
I think that was the whole plan. I'm hoping I can go, but I win on the thing Wednesday, so because Amatsu problems.
Oh, we're gonna be dealing with him soon enough.
Oh, I'm aware. I saw the thing. Everyone wants to get their fucking hands on him. So.
Different. He almost look like Magnus. If Magnus was actually cool and not a bird.
Oh my goodness, babies.
Hey, 404.
Hi.
How are you feeling, by the way, from Wednesday?
Hi.
Crosby is boring and too many wording. How'd you do? How'd you do?
I can tell.
Hey, Mark.
I've had a look at it.
Yes.
What's going on?
It was distributed last week.
Oh, damn.
Mainly for today, but it's been distributed for a week.
Okay, I need to pick. I'm gonna quickly grab my stuff then, because I didn't pick up.
We can find it, man.
How's it going, Lloyd?
It's literally been out since. It's going good. It's literally been out since I picked them up and brought them here after.
Okay, where
That's
is it?
fair.
Is it somewhere here? Where is it?
I got a picture for.
Got some new armor there, Vic.
Don't worry, it's not meant for hunting. We use the Alucanth set as a base blueprint, and a friend of mine who runs a nearby no, not nearby here, but nearby where I live, company in Ferb decided to make me a hazmat suit. That way, whenever these little guys decide they want to get a little bit fucking pissed, and they shoot some poison at me, or God knows what that we don't have documentation on, I'll be okay. That
Fair
and
enough.
It's much easier to study and research when you don't have giant claws around your hands.
Fair.
That's fair, honestly.
That I like it. Makes me very easy to see. Very easy to see, so that way, you know, whenever I'm working on anything, it's not like I'm catching anybody off guard.
True, true.
Are there arachnids that you study here as well?
Of course. Any specific that you... Any
I'm
specific
familiar
that you're
with the
wanting to talk
specific
about?
arachnids in this region.
Well, funny thing is, whenever it does come to more spiders, a lot of them actually don't go under much classification unless you are a Arachnikodaki or a Nursilla. Those are the core two. There are a couple of your occasional spiders. What do you call them? I got some daddy long legs. Those still exist. You know what I mean? They go by a slightly different name. Tarantula. Not as many. Not as many. Funnily enough, actually, tarantulas actually started to naturally evolve and seemingly blooped off the radar. Still to this day, we don't really have a whole lot of records. Which kind?
Fucking hate spiders.
Huggers?
I don't have actually any information on clown huggers, did you say?
No, cloud huggers.
Cloud huggers. Oh, the ones who utilize their webs to kind of like get propulsion. Or are you talking
That's
about
the
the
one,
ones?
right.
Yeah.
I think I might be. I don't know.
No, you're fine. Some of the simple bugs like that do still exist.
Hello.
When it comes to specific ones, here, actually, I haven't actually ever asked about spiders. Just a second.
May I?
Let me actually double check right quick, because actually, the more that I think about it, the more I kind of realize not a lot of people really ask.
Hope you're doing well and settling in over here.
Just a moment. Let me go ahead. I need bugs. Where is my bug list? Hold on. Here. Just a second, big man. I'm looking for
There
a
you
thing
go.
right now.
No worries, and you can call me 404.
I got you. I'm sorry. I do a
Be
lot
well.
of nicknames because it takes me a little bit to get used to people's names.
I've noticed that's a nickname a lot of people have been giving you. Which I don't mind.
This is in the frontier.
Yeah.
Hey, Lloyd.
It is said. It is said. Because I typed it. Read. You'll find it. because I typed it.
I mean, yeah, literally say.
What's that?
Something about don't bother
There it is.
friend named
Sorry, for some reason I got lost trying to find where the hunts
Okay,
were.
now read a little bit lower.
Waiting on something.
We'll be open shortly.
Yeah, we have
No.
opposite problems. I have to worry about my lower.
The exact words said, once I arrive, I'll be hosting the mission. Also, this is a low rank mission, it says.
I'll have to
low rank.
ask Silver if I can come along once he shows up.
I read that part.
So like, yeah.
Oh my god, Zach is so fucking bright. What the fuck?
Here later.
Hey, Lloyd. Would it be alright to call Setsumi by for a little bit today? Or nah?
I don't think today would be good.
Okay, no worries. Just thought to ask. Appreciate it.
Like, even if it is a low, just like.
Zach, when did you put the neon fucking lights in your shirt and hat?
Blame Lloyd.
I kind of feel like I blame you. No, it's also his hair. No, Kami, it's also his hair too. His hair too. Oh, okay, I didn't hear you say the hard part. Damn.
Straight you.
Did you just get like dip yourself in like fucking glow stick?
Who knows?
Oh, okay.
Who the fuck is jumping in and out of calm?
Sorry, I didn't mean to accidentally blow you off there. My bad. Okay, I'm doing okay.
Hey, Quinn.
Plant to
Howdy.
sunflower to...
How's it going?
I'd say sunflower's a plant.
Going good. Going good. Just getting there. I'm still.
But I think a sunflower's a plant. I might be wrong on that one though.
My party isn't
I'm
here
not
yet.
an
So I'm the only one here.
Fair enough.
They're probably asleep.
These secrets are really cool, though.
Doing okay today.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I'm doing okay.
Oryx.
That's good to hear.
I know you can't technically quote-unquote see, but if you could see Zach right now, he's a fucking light bulb. You can never lose him in the dark.
you'd see her feathers flare and you'd see the 6 eyes, and then they all shut up. They all stop immediately and just kind of throw back.
I told you.
Ow.
I told you.
Don't touch.
I told you.
It sucks.
I told you.
Jesus. I guess his PGA tour went really well.
I feel like he dipped himself in like
No. If you look at his clothes,
yeah,
he looks like he's about to go golfing.
Yeah. But if you get up close to him, he looks like he's a fucking zombie. I'm not even joking.
Everyone's glowing in this. Like, it's like, oh yeah, where are the hunters? Looks around.
Do I get myself?
I mean, okay, here. You know what? Hold on. I can. There. Now I'm not so glowing.
Yeah, you still got these.
I mean, I could put on my other gear and it would just put my coat on and it would hide it.
Man, yeah.
I mean, I could also just, I could just do this.
To be fair, it was like
Oh god.
itself up as the,
I can control it, don't worry.
Shit like that.
No, it's not. It's just a knee-jerk reaction from freaking whenever Maxine pulls hers out.
Yeah, but Maxine doesn't have what I have. She only has a teeny tiny fraction.
Well, enough to send me into a wall.
Which is still impressive, I'll say that, but hers can never
Like,
necessarily grow, so to speak.
I bully her, I get yeeted, and then I yeet her back.
Fair enough.
Are you talking about?
Oh, it's another one of the funny ones.
Sounds like the thing's body was as big as a Tico.
I love this jungle. Reminds me of home a lot more than technically where my home is.
Mm-hmm.
We did set a rule to wait at least
Speaking
a year.
of which,
Wait at the very least a year, but
smell a cat.
Which one?
But yes.
I can't say I've ever experienced like
Maxine.
either proposing or being proposed to, but I've
Fair enough.
definitely
I'll
had,
go and
like,
say how much it comes
calls. in my old world, or I don't want to call it IRL at this point. It's just a different world at this point.
Hey, Dorothy.
There's someone there that I was thinking about for a while. Was holding back. We can probably share the parts. The words that I could say weren't exactly the 100% truth.
I know you
There's a bunch of words I don't need to say, but I just didn't think he was ready or I was ready. It was, yeah.
But yeah. So
surprise attack, ambush, evade, or even attempt a very quick and calm, just tossing some food and then moving out of the way, to which the insect will take it as a form of gift, recompense, or even just, oh look, food, and then we proceed to give you a chance to get away from that creature.
No, it isn't that hard.
I mean, you can work here, Lloyd, but do you actually physically touch the grass on the ground?
That dirt's everywhere and grass.
Okay. What do you work from
I mean, they say eating grass is good for, like, your digestion.
I think that's only for certain species, though. They're not for humans. And that's definitely not Kitsune.
Well, I'm not human, and it's worked for me, so maybe.
You're also a drow.
I don't know. Oh, I met another drow today. From another house.
Oh.
There's a sister base of Hot Topic?
I got their number, so now we can plot and stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Fair enough.
There's no Hot Topics here in Astera? At least I hope not.
My home, not here.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, wait a second. Willow, hold on. Pulls out sheets of paper, just writes on it real quick, puts it on the ground. There's a Hot Topic now in Astera.
All the cute stuff.
well,
Nothing
I said before. Now there is one.
But I'm dish.
I have half a mind to grab my scroll just to have a reason to insult you. I have half a mind to. But I'm not going to out of spite.
Also pulls out scroll, yeah.
How are you? It's just good.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
Damn.
Every day, sometimes I have to be reminded that I work with you all.
Grabs the paper, just.
Right. Yeah, well, even the vault was.
Look, can't.
There's a topic in your pocket. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Sometimes deviating too
Look,
far is
you can't blame me. My mischievous instincts are picking up a little bit.
It was really bad. I agree.
You just really want to knock Matsu straight to the floor, don't you?
I mean, yes, but also I'm not foolish enough to think I'm getting in over my head.
I guess no. Do you have any?
Fair. There's gonna be a bunch of us for that whole thing, so.
I'm hoping I'm there for it because, yeah, I have a bone to pick with them.
Considering what it called you, yeah, fair enough.
Paper from it. You can put it inside your coat or something. And you can
See, little current is
Thank you so much.
an insult in and of itself, but a little current can change a big current very easily.
Rivers might all flow south, but might start small and they keep growing, so.
Exactly.
Up the Nile.
It is with the armor as well, yeah.
This is nice and busy tonight.
So,
It's always good to see a lot of folks out and about.
Yeah. Actually, have you seen Korra recently? Now that I'm thinking
I
about
have
it.
not. It's weird, because I've been wanting to, practice with Korra, but I have no idea where they've been.
Okay, that's strange then.
Exactly.
Strange or concerning?
Both. Because it's not like her. Because if she normally goes off and vanishes on her own, she usually leaves some kind of message.
She didn't say anything to her sisters?
Not to any of us, no.
Yeah, it's.
Oh God, you freaking.
What? Huh?
I thought you were sis for a second.
The
I thought
fuck?
you were Yuki.
Why do you confuse me for Yuki?
From the back, you wear very similar clothing.
No?
Yes.
It does kind of have a similar color scheme to the Mizu armor, so I can see where Art's
Okay,
not
fine.
confused,
We'll
but-
fix this. There we go. Now you can't confuse me.
Yeah, no, I can't. Also, I did smell the right cat.
Yeah, that makes it far
Ah.
easier because one's
Hey, sis.
one's a dragon, the other one's Kitsune.
There, with your glasses now, all smart.
Oh, they look nice. I like that.
Not too much of a thing, okay.
They look nice.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Fine. I'm just waiting on the certain person that's supposed to be dealing with the handler. Main handler. I forgot his name.
Soren.
Soren.
Hmm.
Supposed to be having a talk with him today about his decision.
Hope it goes well. Actually, you know what? Come. Come with me. I don't know if you got made aware. He did come and approach a few of us Wednesday.
I remember walking in on a little bit.
He wanted to...
When I did, the room went silent.
He did ask, wanted us, those of us who were there, pretty much those who were going on the hunt Wednesday, wanted to get our opinions and insight into you. I will note, with full transparency, I gave my honest opinion of you. I did not go into full details for things that are private, because he doesn't need to know. But I told him you were very capable, you're very talented, you're very smart. There are times where you do act out. We all do. It's part of who we are. And that's when a few other people started to chime in on adding negativity about you. And that's their opinions. But I know you better. I've gotten to
Sadly,
know
when
you
it
better.
comes to certain things without a handler, those things matter.
I know. But I gave my honest opinion of you. Because I believe you can do a good job of it. Despite what others may think of you.
know. Trust means a lot here in the crap. For certain things.
I know. I know. But I'm hoping that it does go well for you. And if he talks to you and asks you about yourself, be honest. You don't have to go into personal details, especially some of the things that you don't need to talk about. He wants to know how capable you are. He wants to know...
He wanted to understand my ideals of what it is to be a handler. What it means to be one.
Yes.
I told him the full on weight of it. I just... Part of me doesn't wish to be a hunter anymore. I guess.
And that's fair.
I consider my fiance is too much.
And that's fair. But you do know if you do become a handler and you go out there, you're still going on hunts. You know that. You're just not fighting. You're just staying back and watching.
Get the research. Watch.
Yes.
As much info as I can out of the monster. Which is what I like doing.
Then tell that to him.
I've told him a little bit about it. I'm just hoping he appears today.
I think he should be. But we'll have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Others may have perceptions of you, but I know you better than most.
Mm.
You're someone I care about, after all.
I know. Well, time's going off. I might just, try and see what I can do.
Yeah.
Seems to be handled so far.
Hey.
There's no real blacksmithing area over here yet, so...
Yeah, there is.
Until then, I can't do much.
It's down there.
Master's here. Master's in the smithy right now.
You're actually...
Maxine.
Actually there for once.
Maxine.
Yes. What do you mean, actually there? She's there like 90% of the time here.
Hey.
Even if I don't get selected, I know that they'll probably give me another reattempt as time goes on.
Even if not, make a good impression. Show them that you can...
They even told me that even if we do, we're more in training. So...
You may want to stand yourself up a little bit, too. You're a little sinking. There you go.
Oh, okay. I'll check if
Yeah, the smithy's down there. It may not look it, but it's there.
There. I'll go down there later then.
Hmm. Hey, sis.
We just need Fuminori.
By the way, hey, Zach, your little funny little thingy that you're doing, I can hear that all the way across the map.
Breast cancer awareness is spreading, bitch.
We'll fine tune the runes later.
Just letting you know.
Insect is the friendliest? That's...
But
a lot of these creatures don't have the intelligence of even the concept of friendship. It's all about survival instinct. But if I had to say to be able to be kind, I would probably say a insect.
to my knowledge.
The lighting is so fucking...
Haven't seen you around. Haven't seen you around here before. What's your name?
I haven't been here. It's CERN.
Pleasure to meet you. Cynthia.
That's certain right there.
Where do you come from then? If you don't mind my asking.
I don't have a name. I'm from what Fabius told me, the Forbidden Land. But I don't know why it's forbidden.
Ah, okay. I think the story goes it's more so it's just a place in a region that people weren't necessarily meant to go to because they believed it was uninhabited or something like that. I don't know the full details.
I see.
Well, pleasure to meet you, sir. Are you looking for someone in specific?
No, it's just everyone looks weird.
We are a very colorful bunch. I can safely tell you. From a lot of different places, and places you probably have never heard of. Actually, I can guarantee you probably never heard of.
Why do you have weapons?
Well, I'm sure you've seen some large creatures, maybe where you're from?
A few.
We use these to defend ourselves from them, and to defend others.
Oh shit, they're strong. Hulk?
Where, yeah.
It's the name of an equipment.
Yeah. What I'm wearing.
I see.
But yeah, everything, all the armor and the equipment you see around, it's to help people. So.
Can you even fight these monsters?
Yeah.
To a degree, yeah. I mean, some are out of leagues of others, and some were able to go toe to toe.
I see.
Just know that everyone that you see around here, for more or less, if you ask them a question, they can help you.
Like myself, I am also a hunter, ace rank specifically, a writer, and a researcher here. I help the grip here in taking down creatures that are threatening the ecosystem of these regions.
Why are you pink?
You have a little bird.
Though I'm guessing from where you're from, it's something you've never done before, never heard of.
We hide ourselves from the monsters. We may never interact with them.
That's understandable.
Well, my case is different, but we never interact with them.
That's fair. Sometimes we do only go out to just observe, research, and investigate and see what they do, what they're like. But there are those who cause problems. And those are ones that we either try and relocate or we try and restore the balance, as it were.
Weird. The place is open doesn't exist back there.
Must be a very interesting place indeed.
I wouldn't say interesting. More like cave.
Even caves can be interesting, but...
I guess they really aren't. What the hell is going on? Why am I seeing shit in here? It's pissing me off.
Hey, Kai.
That's fire? Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
For me specifically, a lot of us have different control over natural elements, as it were. For me...
Are they killing each other?
No, they're
playing.
They do this way too often. It's a whole thing with them. It's weird.
It's playing.
Yeah. It's like roughhousing, basically, is the best way to describe it. They don't mean any harm between the two of them. Well, they don't mean any harm between the two of them. They do it for... They're friends. And that's how they go about it. That's the best way to describe it sometimes. But some of us, or quite a few of us, have the ability to utilize the elements of the world. Like me, I can do wind, alongside a few others.
My really?
Yes.
Yes, actually.
Sypha, when you have a moment.
Yeah,
she's one of the handlers here.
What? Is that a monster?
No. But, see? Some of us have control over the elements. It won't hurt you. You'll see a fair bit of that here. Yeah. He's from the Forbidden Lands.
Nice to meet you. I'm glad you're doing alright.
I had hit my head, but Fabius had medical look over it.
I'm glad people were able to find you before anything bad.
rest assured, despite what you may be hearing or seeing behind me, this is a very safe place. We're all very capable, and we're all here
It
to help.
takes some getting used to with the very weird things that.
It really does, and to be honest, you never do get used to it.
People having colors is right there where I am. We usually only have one outfit to hide. This was provided by the commission. It still feels weird.
That's fair. I'm assuming the outfits that you would normally wear were meant to hide yourselves for camouflage. Yeah? Makes sense. Oh, for crying out loud. It really isn't.
Yeah.
Actually, if anything, I might go and grab Aries, since she's here. I'll be right back.
Aries is here?
Yes. If you want, come. I'll show you.
Oh, hi, Miss Maxine.
What's the word? Agility for like swimming, whatever. It's like activity or whatever. Yeah.
Aries.
But
if you have a moment, someone here to see you.
Fabia said I was in your care.
Fabia sent you. Hey, desk. Off the desk.
This is CERN.
Don't put the one. What the hell? Here. Put it down on a armor request on the page, okay? If you come to a decision.
I'll look into the jumpers, but I don't think I'll put
Hey.
Hi, Miss Cynthia.
How's it going? They're still going at
Good.
it.
I actually got a question for you.
Sure.
What the hell?
I heard you're the one who primarily handles mantles.
Cernia does.
Okay, Cernia.
Cernia is the sole person who handles those right now. I have one from her right now. Yeah, I have one that I bought from her.
Yeah, I might have some incorporated concepts to potentially suggest, I guess.
Anyway.
Sure, go and reach out to her. She's the one who's been crafting them, so.
Oh. Okay.
I think it's been a little bit chaotic for him seeing, well, these nerds going at it.
He's glowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just him. His fibers are woven with energies, which is why it's glowing like that.
I mean, his face is glowing like home.
That's another thing. Don't worry about that.
He's feeling unwell. He'll be fine though. Anyways, hey, Dusk, what did I tell you? Good boy.
No balls
Okay.
on the counter.
Alright, what's your name?
CERN?
CERN. That was the name he gave me. Fabius told me that that you were going to be under our care, or told you that you're going to be under our care. Is that what I'm hearing right? Okay.
Both.
Okay, we do have a room here that you could borrow in the meantime. Why did he send you?
Hey, Suggy.
I come from the Forbidden Lands. I want to find my family again. They were injured in a cave-in with a monster that was chasing us. Or I think they were injured. I don't know how they're doing.
I got a picture of the three and the little chick, so now Aurora can see.
A little far from home, aren't you, kid?
They're sitting around the truck with bodyguards.
How did your home look like?
I mean,
Cave,
What is a check, son?
glowing,
I mean,
tents.
it's the same thing
A lot of
elephants
them.
do by technicality.
Ow.
Oh, okay. It's utterly precious.
Here.
I've seen
Hey,
a few
kiddo.
of these.
Seriously, I've never seen a more precious companion.
We
than
had
these.
someone from the Forbidden Lands bring these over when we had a quick visit there ourselves, and we were able to bring these back. But we have no current direction to go in terms.
Hey, Sarnia.
We have no current direction to go in terms of knowing where the
Sarnia.
the first camp. Silver
Marigold
had
was looking
on
for you.
me and someone else to find out where to put this camp. Listen, kid,
Yeah, I know.
we're going back ourselves. Do you want to come with? We could use your navigation.
Yeah,
I can
I've
try.
talked about helping you
Though
out.
I didn't really explore too much as my uncle pulls out a tiny paper. This is where Fabius said to place a camp.
This is CERN from the Forbidden
Third,
Lands.
fourth, and fifth fleet would be the main ones running it. The frontier would be our line of defense. And the Scarlet Cross would be providing us resources and going out on excursions. While the Iron Grip was meant only for research and minor hunts if needed.
I'm excited.
Minor
I can tell you that
bigger
much.
ones, but
I can tell.
mainly research as this area is
my second brain.
different.
Which allows me to
Being this open is rare for
It's a scientific
anything.
ability. It allows me to observe things around me.
So then I offer this to you.
I can also
Want to join us, or do you wish to stay behind?
in a more detailed way,
I will
such
join.
as, for example, night vision or even what's
Very
called
well.
I
X-ray
miss
vision,
home.
or just see things through the other things.
I can understand. I can understand that sentiment, kid. One of you go prepare him like a something to eat, okay? He probably hasn't eaten. He looks famished.
Behind walls.
Tea?
Okay, which one of us is the better cook? Alright, we're the Asian
You're not getting just tea, kid.
What is that managed? What is that? Why is it managed like this?
Not here.
If you would like in the meantime, CERN, just you can keep to this desk if that's comfortable for you, but I'd encourage that just walk around and I get to see the sights while you're at it, while you're here. I'm gonna wait for Silver to make his round trip back from him to debrief me on what we need to do next, and from there on, I'll tell you when it's time to leave. Okay?
So precious. 404. It's nice to meet you as well.
I was said that there are some people that will be
thing about me, I'm very bad
security.
at names.
Same here. There's
Security.
Just calls me big.
That the man right behind you is security.
Sort of become a call sign on missions.
Yes.
And yeah, that's the current security I can see around me. And the one in the button up that was glowing earlier. Yeah, that one.
Had a new heart put in as well. Here, sir. We got some heart this time.
Some chicken? Well,
Miss Harris, am I actually going to be doing the exciting things of my job today?
Yes, we're going to be doing the exciting things related to your job today.
Right. Anything you want me to prepare?
I need to wait till Silver gets back with the debrief, and then I'll tell you exactly what the job is. But yes, I have a feeling that we're going to be doing the thing.
Sorry, what's
Bless.
Sorry, you're so slumbering. I didn't see my.
Yeah, that answers my question.
Am I like?
Just confirming
I also have hair blocking
Yes.
that way. That would make sense.
Well,
Why I didn't see it.
hopefully I can maybe I'll get to tag along. We'll see. Would be nice. But
Hopefully.
I'd love to join you on that.
It'd be fun.
What?
I already am dragging Miss Olga by her coattails. Metaphorically, not physically.
Well, I'd have to ask Silver, but let's see what's with that one. So.
Hello.
Yeah, I have to wait for Silver to show myself to confirm things.
Whatever they may be.
You privately?
I kind of need to.
Anywho.
the fact that the kid ran away from
Would you, Miss Troublemaker, go? Hold on.
Meet me in the medical room.
Oh, by the way.
Where is that? This is my first time being here.
Up that way.
contact whatsoever.
Up that way. In that archway behind the tree.
You see that doorway on the staircase on the left? You take that doorway.
I mean, Dad really depends on survival.
I have no idea.
I mean, even a very wide-ass cave.
Oh, Aries. Real quick.
Black as fuck.
Slides you a bottle of sake.
I might have, let's say, got like a blink of light.
Hey, added to the collection. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So he said. said that it's
Today there's supposed to be excursion. If you
How are you?
If you don't mind me asking, and if at any point I ask you a question that makes you uncomfortable, please tell me, and we'll go ahead and stop. I was there for a little bit of a discussion whenever people were asking about you becoming a handler. There have been a couple times that I have seen you extremely stressed, like a lot of emotion really hitting you hard to the point where it looked like an aura was coming off you and a lot of things were going wrong. Are you doing okay? And don't take that as someone above you. You're actually above me. You're way above me in terms of here. But just take this as just a bystander, right? I've seen it a couple times, and I remember that time I told you you needed a hug, and then you got a hug, and it helped.
I'm doing 1,000 times better than back then. I've been handling myself a lot better, and also when it comes to getting things done, I have just, I guess, put things aside to work on it. My emotions right now aren't the most of my problems, but they can wait.
Okay. Alright.
When it comes to things in the grip, I don't get overly emotional, at least not anymore. I don't want to associate myself with the rogues, which is the thing I lost my arm to and causing me stress, so I do not associate with them. And I focus my research on wyverns and elder dragons, which is my comfort zone here.
Okay. Well, allow me to say this. Whenever they brought it up, I did bring up the concern about the fact that many times I've seen you probably, unfortunately, at just the worst times. And I did bring that up. Not to say you weren't worthy for it, but he was asking delicate questions, so I did bring it up. I want to apologize. I meant no bias by it. I meant no hatred by it. And if anyone does ask again if you'll be able to handle being a handler, I'd say give you a shot. Worst that can happen is that a test goes on and you fail it and they say, oh, no handler.
Hey, Kai. Hey, how's it going?
But there are people asking, and people are complimenting you on stuff that you've done before, so...
It's good seeing you.
I say give it a shot. You know what I mean? And if at any point you feel like you're having a tough time or things are getting too stressful, just be
What have you
careful,
been up to,
because
Evan?
the moment that you fall as a handler, a lot of hunters really rely on you. So make sure that if you're ever going through a hard time, for the love of God, talk to somebody.
Lots of different things.
Please.
I definitely will.
It sucks seeing you walk through Orlando, Osaka, fucking aura going off, pain and headaches. I barely know you, and I still fucking hate seeing it.
Books are always good.
Just make sure you talk to somebody, and if you ever need, there's always a weird bug guy here by the grip who will listen.
Fiance works in a certain thing known as heroes. I've heard of them before Cardinal Heroes.
It's always good to read.
I've heard of many different types of titles of heroes.
Have you seen the Hourglass within Wicarium or Orlando, Osaka?
Oh, the weapon heroes. Yeah, the weapon heroes. Yeah,
Agreed.
Fiance works with them, so, and
it's good seeing you. How are you and your siblings doing?
I get stressed out quite a lot when telling I could please them. To change the handle. That and my family is also targeted by a person that's been wanting our generation of families dead.
Fine.
So it's stressful.
Clean.
You have a heavy fucking life. I'm gonna say that as kindly as I can.
We all do, Vic.
No.
Oh, okay.
Sucks, but the most I can do is make a joke out of it. That's the best I can do.
I got you. Just make sure that if you are gonna dive on into this and you do want to try to be a handler, if you ever are going through a hard time, just please talk to somebody. I know you're not an idiot. You made it up this far, so you can't be. Just make sure to talk to somebody, so that way whenever a hunt does go on, clear head, ready to answer, ready to study, ready to learn.
Okay.
That's the plan.
I'll keep an eye on her too,
All
Vic.
right.
Trust me.
I got you. He's an adult. I got it. Figured if I'd say something, I'd say something. And why do you keep fucking wobbling so fucking weird? Do you haven't? Ooh, you do have whiskers. What?
All right. Be nice seeing them.
Oh, I should go check on a few things and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
much time do I have left?
Organized yet.
30 minutes.
Coming from monsters are extremely, yeah, they're extremely big, but they've also become monsters with like a very huge appetite for certain things.
Gotcha. Okay.
That is fucking crazy. What? Why does the Komori beetle have whiskers?
Does look great, so.
Are they whiskers or hairs to detect air movements and such?
It's technically whiskers.
Still.
Somewhere.
Could be it.
She might be exploring the arena or
They
something.
shouldn't need that, although I guess the eyes are decently covered.
Maybe. It's good seeing you.
Okay.
It's been a while.
That's very interesting.
You being fascinated by insect biology?
I'm just looking around and I'm just chatting and I hear things.
Hmm. Oh, so what's the next lesson?
Probably try and heal people, assuming you stop burning them.
Have the stamina to keep fighting.
But you can make a solid flame.
Oh, fair few things. Been helping out here, the Azure. Let's see.
You're a phoenix, think about it.
A lot. Helped Korra break a curse and all that. That was fun.
Yes. What are one of those weird-looking berry things? The red ones that I've heard give you a bit of a.
But could be better.
Have they already dragged people away for the hunt class?
Techie?
Yeah, they tend
Techie's
to do a
on the
class
ship.
before the hunts.
Yeah, I've seen her aboard the ship. I've talked with her a few times. Yeah.
Not yet.
No, Silver's not here yet, so no.
Okay, I know I missed one hunt because I was really. Be careful.
Timmy?
Be careful. Be careful. That is a toxic Komori. If that little guy right there pricks you.
And then my teeth are the ones that give you the adrenaline rush and make you hit harder.
Yeah, yeah. Rose told me how to get her to converse a bit. She's a unique one, but I have talked with her, yes. She's very talented too.
I'm gonna see if there's people in the arena.
Does that lead to the arena? Is that what that is?
No, arena's on the far side, Blake.
Oh, okay.
I might see about sparring something. I'm kind of in the mood.
I don't know. I don't know what that one's about.
Kind of want to spar.
Myself.
I went up there trying to get a good view, and I don't know. I made a wrong turn somewhere.
I've never heard of Devil's Black before.
Devil's White is used within making gunpowder, but it can also be used in some other stuff as well. As a like.
Let's see, what else have I been up to? Let's see. I think that since the last time I saw you, I got my 6th tail.
What should I know about? What?
I helped Korra break a curse. I did some stuff around here. Got a new ranking title. Made an enemy of a couple dragons. Yeah, they didn't take. They kind of have it out for me for whatever reason. It's a long story, but
it's not actually made from the monster. I've been having trouble doing precision
I'm dealing with
research when I have giant fucking claws around my hands.
But I'm not dealing with it alone, so. But aside from that, I'm taking care of my fiance and all
Who
that.
actually runs essentially a weapons
been doing good.
manufacturing group. They also make non-lethal weapons and ornaments. So I took it on over and had them make me a hazmat version. So that way I can work with these little guys and
She's
not worry
good.
about, you know,
A little stressed still, but
this
more so
little
for her,
toxic
she's
Komori, deciding that I
concerned
don't deserve to
because
live
she's
anymore.
hoping to find ways of waking the soul back up. She feels incomplete.
Part of me got a little sad because I thought you
It's her dragon
fully upgraded.
that lives
No,
inside of
we're no
her.
longer gonna be the Beetle King.
Hey, whoa,
He's a very powerful
that
ice
beetle
dragon.
armor is for hunts and fun. This is meant for work time.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
don't
has his
worry.
soul that lives
Beetle
inside of
King
her.
is still very, very much alive, but whenever I gotta do study and research, I like being able to use my hands more.
Right now, he's in a deep sleep, and she's not able to use much of her magic, if at all. And she wants to find ways of safely waking him back up.
I have.
So that's what she's been stressing about the most lately, and she feels alone because he's not there with her right now.
Don't get pissy at me. Don't get pissy at me. You don't get unstrapped. Stay strapped to that little block. That thing right there will actually kill someone. So, may I show you?
That's
what
the most
I
part,
have
pretty much all the main
named
things.
The Popsoid, aka the Bubble Blight Insect. You'll see it shows traits of the Mitsusume.
This one or the
a
top
pink
one?
Coloring and as well as tufts of fur that are naturally coming out from between
Both?
its wings.
Okay. The top one was put there by Miss
Similar unique
Aurora.
traits to the Magnamalo or the Hellblight Insect.
That one I asked her to
aka
put there for
the
me.
Soulzoid.
It basically translates
seems to naturally
into
replicate
face
some
script.
traits from
Translates
the
in
unique creature
common
that actually helped
roughly
develop it,
the
being that
mistress
its
or lady of the
blight is
winds.
Very specific to that creature specifically, aka to the coloring, as well as some of the little almost metallic-like bits that have formed on it.
Well,
Massive downside with this
my
one,
title
though.
is
The
the
Magnamalo
Tempest,
is
so it makes
incredibly
sense.
intelligent. Almost deceptively as such. I damn near, I feel
This
like I
one,
can talk to
though,
it.
was one that I didn't put there. That was
My
forcefully put on
only
me.
concern with you borderline creating new bugs entirely.
If we ever do meet again, I'll make sure to give you
Please.
fish.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
sure you're already aware and thought about it.
We both got it at the same time,
In the
roughly.
wild, who knows what kind of damage
It's also what
or
did
changes
this.
they would make to an environment.
As much as I hate to say it, I have set them up to a dependency on both me and
We
my
feel
family.
to you like normal warm skin.
I've made sure that when it comes to food, when it comes to the home and safety, they need to be around us. It's the best
did
and
this to
safest
my
way
arm
that I
and
can
hand,
make
I
sure
don't know
that
why.
I don't have to keep them encaged the entire time. They
But-
basically can be around most
I mean,
of
if
the
I
lost
focus
acres
hard enough, I can
and
just
not explore out into
illusion
the
it
outside
back
world.
to
They still feel
normal.
like they need to be around us or to be safe
But it's
around
still
us.
there. It's
Now,
just-
once they get a bit older, this is going to be a little bit more difficult. Because once they reach the fourth stage of maturity, they
Don't
are
know.
very, very
It just
intelligent.
does it.
Which is why I'm making sure that before we even get there, all my research information and notes will be sent up to the commission for some of the Wyverians to fully further research.
Yeah.
Eventually, the Kinsects may as well.
Apparently, according
So
to
far, I don't see these Kinsects being
Korra's,
able to damage
dragon,
an ecosystem, but it might cause a
it's apparently
destabilization,
the
which
stars
I
in the
worry.
sky
So
in
I'm making sure to be careful.
Korra
Notes,
and her
food,
sister's
diets,
homeworld.
how it affects the environment around it.
It
everything.
matches the stars from their home.
I don't bring that with me though. I keep that at home.
But I don't
until have
understand how or
everything
why,
fully
it just
documented.
is.
Once that is perfectly set, then I'll bring and submit it. But for right now, I
As
still
long
need
as
to
it's
further
been
study.
something that you've thought about.
Actually, no one else has brought it up. You are the first person to bring it up to me. Thank you. But yes.
Yeah, that's
no
what they
worries.
are,
Although,
so-
I will say, the unfortunate part of the bubble blight, he's still a baby, and he is very slippery. He gets a little bit stuck occasionally. Luis loves him. He's pretty much Luis's best friend now.
Yeah. Those two were made by Cernia.
No idea.
This one is my engagement ring. Yeah.
Let me scoot over. Let me scoot over.
What would you like to learn about today, my friend?
I don't know. I didn't really have that prepared. Whatever was on your mind last.
Okay. What is one of the most unique traits about Kinsects?
Adaptability.
Decorative? Yeah. The other two are basically decorative.
That's a close number 2.
All of the sisters have one. So, Korra, Akura, Dragono,
Their
Cernia,
capability
and
of,
Karina,
understanding
and myself
working with people.
all have one.
There you go. Just about. Communication. Kinsects' ability to communicate is still incredibly unique to a lot of other insects. We've noticed from researching Kinsects that we've learned that a lot of other insects are actually able to communicate with antenna movements, little clips from the little clampers, as well as shaking of the abdomen.
Yeah.
Through this, we've actually been able to research that a lot of insects are actually able to communicate through entire hive mind systems based on nothing more than micro movements from specific limbs. Studying them has helped us to better further research how to actually even find ways to communicate with insects.
Well, considering, I mean, I know the Kinsects can obviously understand, specific hunters pretty well, but being able to use that to expand that, pool of,
Hi,
insects,
Silver.
it can be quite huge.
Well, actually, funny thing about actually
What
raising
the fuck?
Kinsects, and you actually learn about this pretty
Did he
close.
just do this to
One
me?
of the most unique things about riders is riders build almost
like
a
he did.
symbiotic relationship with their rider, or with their mount.
That was weird.
Better way to say it. As they learn and train, both themselves and the mount build a connection with each other. Soon, eventually, connections are able to be built where communication is almost seamless, based on nothing more than action. Raising a Kinsect is almost the exact same thing. As you raise the Kinsect, it learns how you communicate.
Hey, Cass.
It is built off of how you treat it. How you raise your hand, react, speak, tone of voice, body language, facial movements, all of it. And eventually,
I don't know if I
once
should be
it reaches
concerned
its
or not
max
about
level of
that.
Maturity, a Kinsect is basically able to understand your speech, your patterns, as well as even small gestures that you make, almost like able to read it like.
Let's see what Silver wants. It was good seeing you, Kai.
How you doing, buddy?
Okay, listen on the lesson.
Yeah.
Take care, okay? I'll be around for a bit, though, so
But yeah,
have fun.
You build essentially a symbiotic relationship with your Kinsect. Though you have to be careful, because sometimes building that relationship can also build a little bit of a dependency.
About this new area. At least the first thing.
He doesn't have a unique trait. He's blunt. You wanna do a setup for a seminar, I guess?
Yeah.
buddy.
Sure. Let's
And do a bit of a class to show off the new area.
Guild Knights or Guardians
against
to
a lot
also
of
go
kinds of
around and
monsters
say
I never
no. There
really
will be
went, but
classes.
I've seen people
Meeting
who
hub.
have, and yes.
Or well,
Used
drinking. I don't know what it's called now.
Go to the stage. Silver, you know where the stage is.
Do what's actually still right for them.
Yeah. Just head over to the stage and we'll be right behind you.
Yeah.
Well, time to go down there then.
Sassy, I have to get going now.
It is a class.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
Don't be on stage, please.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to. I just saw the little dude.
How are you doing, by the way, Silver?
Good.
Glad to hear it.
Announced myself to the new area, so.
Ah.
Just got back. Don't worry about it.
Worry about what?
Nothing. I definitely wasn't beating up a cable.
What table?
She follow me?
Cable.
Oh, cable. What cable?
In my mind.
Exactly.
I'm schizophrenic.
Ah, I see.
I should find myself a seat.
You too?
Yeah, it's right over here.
here for myself.
Yeah, close shadow changes.
Oh, good.
Sure. Let me just grab my seat.
Thank you. If I wasn't talking about earlier, I would have spoken to you about it. But yes, it's very comfortable.
Cozy.
Waiting a bit more. I see you two are quite fond of each other.
Nick, move over here. Move over here.
The press here.
Huh?
Oh,
behind you,
inside of you.
Vic.
Someone's inside of you.
Oh, my bad.
Damn,
my
bro,
bad.
in public?
Just come sit over here.
Yep, I got you. Sorry about that. Someone was sitting there. Sorry about that.
You just muted your eyes.
Oh no. Sorry. I
Has it always been like that? Am I just
Just
blind?
be around, by the way.
What do you mean my eye changed?
Did you always have black sclera?
No.
Might just be
Holds
the
up a
lighting of
mirror.
this place.
I don't know if that's actually on the model, if that's...
Alright.
It is.
I don't know where Ares
What
is.
the?
I can get her if you need me
We
to.
can discuss it later. Don't think about it now.
Like that,
Hold on.
just in case
Hold on.
they're gonna be helping with me with the main camp.
Understood. I'll be right back then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect
odd.
timing.
Mm.
Just keep an
Very
eye on it.
optimistic.
So, before we do
Me and
continue,
Reen had a little
you don't
moment,
know,
so I
Since last week, the hopes it has been able to be picked up.
didn't
We
feel
know
anything
the
bad.
orders
No.
From the blacksmith, they are not making it. The commission made it. Specifically, Fabius orders. If you don't know Fabius, he is the guild hunter leader. Everyone goes before him when it comes to any hunts of higher caliber, specifically elder dragons. So if you want a hope set armor, including weapon, gear, goggles, hoods, hats, filters, and more, you may pick it up at the front desk. Reese here is a great example, if you could come up.
Reese.
Cough, Reese. I'll step up.
Thank you.
Oh, apologies.
Was dozing off in class.
Bro is lost in the sauce.
I heard. I have not really done this before.
This is the hope set. Made for mainly exploration. Fighting monsters is the side objective of this. That's why the armor has more leather than metal. This has included hood gear with a hat, just in case anything gets in your way, goggles, a filter on the base of the neck, and many backpacks. And it comes with a new standard issue of hunting knives, or carving knives as you all call it. You may return, please.
Definitely have to grab that on the way.
You needed my attention?
Alright.
Fabric has ordered us. Specifically me and
Clips.
you two will be running the main camp with me.
Understood.
You will be running mainly the blacksmith, Calvin mainly the researcher or hunting department. I will be going around for mostly everything. But as I am a frontier hunter, I will be mainly in the line of defense. So in the field, I will most likely never be. At least with all of
Understood.
you. If you wish to hear, you can. If not, I can tell you later, once we reach main camp.
Finish your class first and then we'll discuss it.
Hunters, for those who don't know me, I am Silver, Guild Knight representative. If you don't know what a Guild Knight is, I am directly under the handler, if not above, because of my status bestowed by Fabius himself. I am here as a representative of Fabius himself, and I have gone to this new area and have come back with news on how it works, at least some parts. The rest will be determined by you. For some news, when we run our expeditions, the Iron Grip is mainly a research area or part of the group. You will be mainly focusing on how the area works, how the monsters interact with it, and many, many more. You will be hunting, but hunting will be minimal for all of you. So if you came here to kill, this is not the place for you. You may walk out now. Today, before I do continue, I will also explain the roles of the other hunters. If one doesn't fit, they are not under the Hunter's Code or under Fabius' orders in the Forbidden Lands. 3, 4, and 5th Fleet will be mainly running the camps, helping around and setting them up. Also going forward into the new areas that we don't know of to also find new main camps. There will only be one main camp with 2 tinier ones that can be placed, mainly by the Frontier or the Iron Grip. The Frontier Hunters, we are leading the charge on the defense and attack of the bigger threats. We will be asking you for favors if needed. And the Scarlet Crowns, they will be there to also help with the mainline defenses, but also bring resources if needed, including armor, steels for the blacksmith, and more. Now, as I have said, I have been to the Forbidden Lands. It is not nice, as I have determined. One of the first things I have determined is this first area we have designated as Wildspire Waste, if I'm correct. It's mainly deserted, has some grassy fields, but it is quite interesting when it comes to the caliber of what it has in these interesting caverns. This area has one notable feature apart from the sand and grass. A huge, huge rock formation. It never changes, never breaks, never falters. It is in the center of the waste, and it will never change. But everything around will. In the sense of, when it comes to mainly the storms, I have gone around and also told a few guardians that the storms are wild. Get it? Joke?
Are they approaching?
Yes.
Okay, call me, that's your gig.
Like I was saying, the storms are random. That was a bit too loud.
Sorry, Flux.
Whoever did that.
The storms are hectic, wild, sporadic, different. I would even say Amatsu's hurricanes cannot form as fast. Ibushi cannot withstand the winds. And different kinds of electrical monsters cannot, and I mean cannot, withstand the electric field. Yes, come here, baby sacred. You're the only one allowed up here.
And it just ignored you.
Child. I have apple.
That's interesting.
He's got
though, if
stage
it's that
fright.
strong.
Give him some time.
That's an uncalled power of itself.
I know what that feels like.
Like I was saying, these storms can form in under 2 seconds. And I am not joking.
That is impressive.
It can be daytime, and out of nowhere it will pour down faster than any elder can arrive, including Valstrak speed. In 2 seconds, you will see gigantic electric storms. And maybe even worse.
Cool.
The Sacreds are mainly from this area. Many of them venture from a village we have yet to discover. But we have heard that there is a familiar tone. Wind chimes can be heard when they are around. The sacreds will be taken there as well. If they find the wind chimes, they will know their home, and then we can discover more about this village. There's the adult sacreds. They are great at any traversal within the Forbidden Lands. We have used a few to even traverse weird rock formations that make no sense. -1. The electrical conductive storms have made new terrain, new rock formations, and new crystals. These crystals are blue in resource and are mostly like glass. But there are also some other spectacles. There are some random, I believe we have not been able to discover too much of it, metal spikes in the sand. These also conduct electricity and can even be a target for the storm. Maybe placed by the villagers, maybe placed by an old hunters guild that once had terrain over there. For now, we don't know. There are also new creatures around. Some travel in the pack, with one alpha also having a spike protruding on its back, able to gather electricity. Now let's get to the monsters. The monsters are different. None from this first area I have ever seen. And I've only heard of a few, and only seen 2. One I do not know the name of. Its name I cannot know, but I have heard it is like a frog. That's the only information I have on it.
Amphibian.
The second one that I have myself seen are very aggressive and usually hunt in a pack, called Balaharas. These are unique. There's usually one big one, or smaller ones following. Like I was saying, these Balaharas hunt in groups. They are sand leviathans.
Leviathans,
See them,
ooh.
defend them. Defend against them. You are not permitted to hunt unless they are causing an actual issue. Now there will be a few more things, like we have discovered new bugs and materials in these places. Some can even be used for blacksmithing, Ares. Some other things, the scout flies do work there, so if you have any, you may use them as well. You will have in the hope set, you may not grab the set if you don't want to, but there are also new slingers. These slingers come with grappling hooks attached to grab said items. So if you need to grab them while on a sand skiff or sacreds, you may. Now, let's see what more there is. Yes, main camp. There has been an area found for main camp, thanks to the help of CERN. If you have not seen him, he is a tiny boy with a hat and almost orange outfit. In these main camps, it will be mostly caved in parts that don't see the light of day too easily, because if they were our monsters, or the monsters in the area would come in. We have tried multiple times to place other camps, but none of these monsters allow it for far too long. That's why I'm only giving 3. 1 main, 2 extra. Other news. The apex of the waste has not been found or seen, but we have heard different electricity from the storms. It only appears when the storm is in the air. We don't know why.
Weather dependent.
Any questions before I continue with today's mission?
If you don't mind, I have a question. By the apex of the wasteland, is there a way you can tell the difference between what's natural and what it makes?
Yes.
As in terms of electricity.
They're shot vertically, not horizontally.
Vertically?
Tenogres are able to do this, in a sense, but they usually do it down or in
Don't look
waves
behind you, brother.
forward. So I don't know if it's a type of Cinogre, a type of more concentrated wyvern that is more for brutes. I sadly do not know. Kaminari, then Frederick.
So this is in regards to what you say, strange formations within the field. Do we have like an exact material of what it's made? Is it actually natural to the environment?
Some seem natural, some don't. I sadly do not know which ones are not natural. Most of them seem natural, but I do not know. I also have not discovered the material, as they are a bit too high for me. And unlike most of you, I cannot fly. I'm a bit too fat and old.
That's all for me.
Any other? It was Frederick.
Yes. Have any fulgur bugs or similar species been discovered in the area
During such a lightning storm or in the presence of the apex?
Negative.
Oh,
interesting.
I mentioned Cinogre because it is one of the most known thunder lightning monsters. There might be others. I do not know if it's the same that we've seen or a new one. I've seen multiple new creatures. Glimpses of a few. I've only seen two in person. The frog and the Balaharis. Anyone else? Oryx, then you.
His name's Cody.
Cody. My name's Cody.
Yeah. What does the water situation look like up there?
Quite nice, actually. The area that has mainly grass is a lot more nice with waters. Water doesn't seem to be an issue outside. But remember, thunderstorms. They bring water as well.
And food, I guess, is plentiful around that river. Whatever that monster on the table.
It depends. I will give two more notes following that.
Gotta look professional.
There are new classifications.
Oh?
One is for Komagala, and the other few have been tested to see which ones are applied to, like Sinojiva and such. Demi-Elder. They are no longer unknown creatures.
That makes sense.
No, this is it. Yep.
Yes, clear.
Yep, this is it.
Before I continue with classification.
Okay.
Oh.
You say there are new singers.
Maybe C,
correct,
D, E, F, G.
from- Yes. Is it possible to upgrade the current singers we have, or is it mandatory to put on these new
You may
singers?
not need any upgrade. You may go in with what gear you have, but I'm also warning you. Some of our gear has been rendered useless against someone. I've not heard of what monsters, but it seems that we are a bit behind in these terms. Frontier armor has been held up fine.
Elder. Interesting.
The new classification is also cephalopods.
Cephalopods. Oh boy. Hold on.
Like a
Sorry.
squid?
One, two, three. Fuck. I'm out of room. Wait, no, I hear.
Something.
Dude, you guys get a bigger book for you.
Minimal every area has an apex.
I have no idea what he's saying.
Some may be around,
so far away.
some may not. We don't know fully. I only know of one.
Aquatic variant, ?
And that is currently the one that resides in the thunderstorms.
Jesus.
Only logical. Landing base.
Any other
every region.
Be able to benefit that area, especially. Oh, sorry for my.
Hopefully that should be it.
Just angry.
Tons of notes.
What? By curiosity.
Sorry, the place is called Windward Plains. I said it wrong.
The Windward Plains, huh?
Just to clarify.
Windward.
Environments and such.
Everything. Any other questions?
You're just on onset from. Except for one large rock.
Vic.
When it comes to the situation of the Kinsect users that are out there, as well as their glaives, do they have any unique ways of raising their Kinsects, or have there been any adaptations to the creatures to the Forbidden Lands?
Not yet. I sadly have not been able to get too much of how much the upgraded armors and such have looked. Not many have gone out to actually hunt, as most creatures do not cause harm to us on purpose. They only defend their areas, which is currently in their right and against the hunter's skill to even touch them.
Well, I guess you know what my ass is gonna be doing.
If you're able to. Let's see.
Kaminari, I have been told you have another question.
Yes. This is in regards to the classification of cephalopods. Has there been any confirmed small or large monsters that fits this classification in the Forbidden Lands?
A few. Some have ventured out of the Windward Plains, but sadly our info is very minuscule. Many of the hunters have not gotten back.
So there's no official name yet, but they are identified as cephalopods.
Correct.
Okay.
If I can infer, they're just giant squid-like beasts.
Land is the Windward Plain. Is it flatland or hilly?
Octopi, whichever one.
Desert, grassland, and storm. That's way I can describe it. So I had another thing and I forgot it once again. Multiple. I cannot give you a number. I do not know. That is Fabius' records, not mine. I fucking forgot the thing I was about to say.
Oh. That's not good.
It's okay.
Calm down, Calvin.
What the fuck is Calvin doing?
It's Calvin being Calvin.
And then we ratted him out. Oh yeah.
My friend, Fabius is leading this.
Oh,
I
what
am
happened?
not. I am only here as representative of Fabius. So are you most of the time when it comes to this. Calvin wants to kill me. I get it. I'm not
Oh dear.
for this age.
Oh.
Yeah, wait, what?
I'm too old for this age. Age as in time, not me.
Mm-hmm. No, I know exactly what he meant with that one.
Remember, I come from the frontiers and I've been hunting for more than 40 years.
That's a bit rude.
That was quite insulting and funny, little thing.
You're alright. You're not dying, are you?
Thank you, ghost in my head. I also agree.
What?
We got the same goat.
Oh, does schizophrenia strike this early?
Schizophrenia in the middle of
Schizophrenia. I know I already get
Oh.
it.
First of all, you know what? I'm gonna good on you later.
Oh my god.
Sure.
Alright,
I'll go sit after you.
to finish up, why are we going out to the Forbidden Lands? First, it was thought out to be completely deserted. No monster, no person. But we have discovered CERN. CERN is living proof that there are people. We have been told of multiple areas by CERN that he has visited with his family. I will wait to discover that info when we get there, as I don't know which one's real and which one isn't. If you don't know why CERN is here, CERN ran away with his family from a monster that is unnamed and discovered. We don't know anything about the creature, not even its colors.
Careful. What about tracks? Are there any tracks that distinguish this one?
I don't think you've heard me. They were running away from the creature. We do not have jurisdiction to be in the land until now, because of CERN, who already ran away from the home. The family is unknown before. We don't know if the family is alive, but we will do our best to get CERN back to his family. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we start quick. My head seems to be fleeting a bit.
You said they were running away from it. Is there a possibility you got a glimpse of its appearance?
They did, but they don't remember. Trauma. PTSD. They have nightmares of the creature, but we don't know the specifications of anything. Not even its color, like I said. Any questions before I continue to the next part? 5, 4, 3.
You have a question right there.
Yes. I am a great sword user. I'm a hunter, not a fighter. Fighters are people versus people.
He's a hunter. He's been hunting.
3, 2, no. I got my eye. Calm down. The mission briefing will begin. We have discovered a main camp, like I said. Your objective today, take up as many resources as you can to put it on Sandscape. CERN and the Stakers will be accompanying you. I need at least 8 to be on the Sandscape and make sure none of the monsters of this new area attack it and destroy it. We have different supplies like water, juices, food, and more.
Flyer on that.
In terms of researchers, does that contribute as well to the count, or is this for like hunters, specific 8 hunters?
Calvin, what would be the best?
Well, considering me still pulling out sand in places where sand shouldn't be, probably around 8.
Do you want to consider handlers or researchers as people as well, or no?
I would probably consider that, because the more weight means more drag, means the more cases of us attracting something like Nibblesnarf, and I'm gonna be $1.50 with you, my man. I am not trying to bring Nibblesnarf out that way.
Agreed.
That just sounds like a pain in the ass.
I guess, but we
Probably
haven't
lighten up the
gotten
load a
any
bit.
info that Nibblesnarf is in the area yet.
I'm just saying, let's just bring a lot
What?
of people, so let's not pack it on with a bunch of extras. That's what I'm saying.
Strange term for a monster. Nibblesnarf.
First, I want guardians.
It's a strange salamander-looking creature.
Wanting to go. I need a leader.
Nibbles.
Up front. Those who want to go.
No, I need to
Every
go.
Guardian got it.
Guardians.
Yeah.
Well, I need to go considering it's my job. We're choosing Guardians for right now. That way we have weird. All right.
Guardians.
Cass, I'm annoyed.
Cass.
Reese, we should go.
This is very
I want to go.
You're not a guardian.
This
Come
sounds
back over here.
awesome.
I know, but
I would like to.
wanted to
Talk to Calvin then, Cosmos. Guys.
Silence, everyone. We're still gonna talk about the mission.
Considering,
Ears up.
If you are speaking to Calvin about my selection, he has no jurisdiction of what selection I pick.
I figured that. Asking a question. I'm sorry.
You all want to go. That one here.
Hold on. Before I before
At least for the main crew, I need a few. Need at least one.
I actually would recommend either Cyprian or Frederick.
Okay, never mind.
Yes, Frederick is up there.
I'd recommend one of those two out of all of us. I'm still in recovery, but I'm here in case needed. And the rest of us have at least had our fill as of late. And we need at least one of the two Guardians to be going to a new zone. Throw Carnage and Commandari in that lot. Frederick and Cyprian specialize in open areas, depending on how this layout goes, if I'm not mistaken.
It's completely
Carnage.
Step back. I've been on a hunt just yesterday.
Yesterday's doesn't count. This was more personal than dependent of ours.
If I also may recommendations over, considering this is unknown lands, primarily in the co-lead as a guardian would probably be the best jurisdiction here.
I know. I said at least one, most likely two.
We are selecting guardians to be leaders of the mission.
Gather your gear and get into hunter class.
Not that type of guard.
Yes, sir.
The rest, please go back. You'll be picked for other missions later. Right. Now, we need 6 more.
We especially need Cyprian to get experience. This might be a good thing for him. And with Frederick being there in case shit hits the fan. That's the best combination we got.
We primarily need hunters, so there's no point in me wanting to go
I know you
along.
wanted to go.
I didn't.
So we need them to get experience.
Excuse me.
I know, pardon still.
Suggested that.
Excuse me for life.
I never said your name.
Researchers might actually be the better call, as we're generally able to explore new areas while potentially causing less startle,
You cannot get
less
off
ruckus.
you cannot get off the.
The
No,
skiff.
we'll call you.
We can at least take a look at the scenery.
Oh, sorry, I'm not trying to be.
Hold on, let him pick.
Cosmo, forward. Before I continue, do understand that you might be head of the researcher, but you are not in jurisdiction of multiple things. You are going on the mission, but understand that you do not force yourself onto missions, no matter your position.
Valid, actually.
It's only so you understand. What? It felt forceful. That's why I'm telling you. Alright? Get into hunter comms,
Cosmo, did you hear?
Yes, I did hear. Give me a moment. I'm not deaf.
You.
That's good.
About a week ago.
Hunter comms.
And how long has it been completely gone?
I know, don't worry.
We were like on one research mission, that was it. I think when we were from Lucy.
Reese, hunter comms. Quinn, hunter comms.
Understood.
Your name in specific. Blonde.
Orga Walsh.
Once they come back,
This would be my first expedition or hunt in general.
I want you to see
within
if
the
we
first
can
year.
deal next time we start in, alright? It's a name.
Yeah.
Me and Kaminari will tag out the third go round.
Got
after
it.
all
Thing I
that.
picked.
Alright?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no worries.
Wait, did they say getting the guns or?
Yes, you're chosen.
Yes.
Ah, sorry. I sometimes my ears fail me
Go out there.
sometimes.
The flux has also been not very nice today.
Yeah.
I believe I set up, right?
Let me see. Yes, you're connected.
Good. I'll keep away from the
Hunter
crest so
comes.
that's easy for them to pick out.
Did you got your part yet? Oh no, you're gonna sign up for a play?
Mask one in the seat. What is your name?
Oh, I'll be the lead actor.
Hunter comes.
Oh, that's Mike.
God damn it. That's a good joke.
I'll make a good first impression.
You're gonna step on me. Don't look.
Green box with hair. What's your name?
I don't even know how you even know that, but alright.
Me and Reese.
They came into the grip earlier.
Me and Reese got assigned to go on a journey. However, Penny,
They said something about a
did you
bee.
submit your guild information yet, or no?
I don't know. I don't know how your big burly ass great sword wielder knows about Hasane Miku.
How long ago? Because now you're a little different.
A while back.
And they said this will make a bee or whatever.
Makes sense.
That is all for tonight. I'm sorry for the rest.
Seems like they don't even want us on the non-combat
this
stuff.
is the beginner's
You
class.
were right about the sure.
I mean, to be fair, we did just have.
Dude, it's been what, months?
Get back to your mission, hopefully, next time all together.
Okay.
How are we ever supposed to get
I'll kick
anywhere?
as hard as I usually do just to make up for the differences.
Nothing.
There is a lot of hunters.
Well, you're not hunting, you're just exploring, but the fight does come up, you have fun.
Yeah, 90% of them can go on the really hard stuff.
You're not wrong. Practically everybody can practically handle a
Guys!
Silence!
Guys! Eyes up!
Someone else that needs to speak.
Okay. Other than me constantly having to empty out sorry, there's a lot of sand in there, okay? Alright.
I'm looking at it like this.
Like I was saying, I'm looking at what else has been going on today,
Just remembered you
and
haven't
the
been out
run
there.
somebody stuff that's been going on with the storm systems that we have updates of when he was updates storm systems. I'm a little closer.
I definitely want to, so.
Alright. This is discussion time because I
lovely.
took the vote and you guys are bloodthirsty. Just kidding. A bunch of other guilds are also again, like I said, with voting for the monsters, it's not just your guild. This is other guilds too, and Scarlet Crowns, and the commission themselves. People are voting with us. I'm looking across the board. You got like 200 something hunters voting for Amatsu and like maybe like 85 hunters going for Ibushi. That's including some people from the commission. But we have noticed something within the. And I'm not trying to change your votes or anything. I'm just letting you know the dangers because we have gotten the first analysis on Amatsu's gauntlet. We've dubbed it as what's going on. We realize these monsters have been making territory surprisingly in line with the Eye of the Storm. So this is kind of weird.
Yeah, that's very
kinda
weird.
Layered like a cake.
So let's say you take the bottom rim of the cake, right? You stack it up layer by layer by layer, getting smaller and smaller and smaller. That is what's currently going on with the territories and the monsters inside of them.
Currently, as we're speaking, the creature with the biggest territory at the moment is Rastalos. And the one.
I'm trying to hear what's going on the stage right now.
So yeah,
We're just gonna be heading out. See you later.
Thank you for that.
Okay, but like I was saying, it seems like I'm going to strangle one of these. You know what? Anyways, sorry. Like I was saying, the creatures within Amatsu's storm, along with Bushis, have been making territory of relevance to their size. So just cleanly going past them isn't really an option. We've noticed that within Bolt Reaver's territory, there's 2 females as well, so they're going to be a bit of an issue. So most likely going through there, you're going to have to deal with those 2, and then Bolt Reaver, and then move on to the next territory, and then the next territory, and then the next territory. It seems like there's currently 3 Astalos you would technically have to deal with in that category. Going to Glavinus, kind of the same shtick, but instead of 2, it's Hellblade and a regular one. So it's kind of like dual hunts, making your way all the way up. Thunderlord Zenogre is not exactly a hunt, but only if the handler on deck advises it. It's more or less a repel. The commission have an idea with him, knowing that there's deep rivalry between the species of Amatsu and Zenogre. If we can repel Thunderlord Zenogre towards the Eye of the Storm, we can probably get some borrowed time if he starts, fighting Amatsu. But again, I'll leave that to your overall team's decision. This is just a little bit of a quote-unquote headcanon that we have. We're just spitballing ideas. It's not a full idea. It's not a full plan, but it's something. The next one on there is the final one after Thunderlord Zenogre, which has been already racking a kill count. We've already tried sending hunters past the gauntlet. They've tried skipping the gauntlet. Have been met with some very casket funerals.
That's concerning.
Close to the Eye of the Storm seems to be the strongest creature that you guys have faced, but this one seems to be more refreshed and not hindered down by any obvious magic adjustments. This being Bloodbath Diablos.
Oh, that's where it's coming.
Yep.
One Bloodbath Diablos.
Bloodbath. We tried. Go ahead.
Just a quick question: is the intent to fight these all within one general expedition, or is this going to be taken?
This is going to be spread out. We don't have the resources to continuously going with a constant fight, so we are going to be splitting this up between a few days so that we can hopefully wrap this up by the end of the month. Like we said, when it comes down to these 2 storm systems, if we can defeat one monster, that means we can defeat either a Bushi or Matsu. The storm system that we are theorizing that can happen from these 2 colliding cannot prosper. So we're just going to be going through a few days or so in a week, maybe like 2 days a week. We're going to go after these monsters. But I'm not trying to discourage you from going down the path that you guys have chosen, but the Bloodbath Diablos has scored probably some of the hardest things it can do for a monster kill count. Currently we're sitting at 14 hunters lost.
Oh, we've killed
That's a heavy amount.
Calvin, I have a question then for you.
Right hold on.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'll make it quick. Have we seen anything like this in terms of what seems to be creatures utilizing these storms as their own, I guess, unique ecosystem? Because I've never heard or seen anything like this.
It's not utilization. We've kind of figured out something. Remember how we said there's a migration route traveling down?
Yeah.
The Astalos migration
cooperation with Diablos, Glavinus, and Basilgeese, along with Zenogre population shifting into the into the safe zone of which is Kaylee Roots' village area. We've noticed that their scent trails is very airborne, and certain creatures are that would normally travel these routes are being kind of put into these areas by the wind. The scent trails are going in a kind of a circular direction, making them think that that area is the place that they're sitting down for nesting ground. So most likely, Amatsu is keeping them there with the scent trails as a false representation of where the end goal of their migration path should be.
Clever bastard.
Which is a very... Again, we barely know things about Amatsu going forward already, about his intelligent elder dragons are still a curveball and a half when it comes down to who's intelligent, who's just dumb out of their minds. Like, we know Chameleos is just not that much going on in there, but things like Kieran and Valstrax, that's high intelligent thinking, knowing how to travel between lightning and crash into your enemies at Mach 2 without taking a single scratch of damage.
Yeah.
That's something instinct can't really fully develop. Amatsu, on the other hand, is very sadistic and methodical, which is very weird to come out of a monster that bends its way into an ecosystem. But it's, again, we can't fully say why it's thinking its way. Maybe there's something in this world that's making it do the things it does, but I can't put a pinpoint question on it. That's why when it comes down to these monsters' intelligence, we just can't put a pinpoint on it. So we just know sadistic behavior and this level of thinking with wind power, that's going into higher sentience, which I don't want to imagine, but the fact is it's talking, so...
Given the fact, too, that Amatsu has on 2 occasions directly communicated, yeah, that's a little bit of a concern.
So, either the species is adapting its intelligence overall...
Wow.
Yeah, don't let
Man, I love global audio.
Happen there.
I didn't even hear it.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Either the species is learning to adapt its way to become more intelligent, which is not the greatest thing. A creature with that much storm power doesn't show up that much. Having an intelligence to that degree is a bit of a problem.
Not to mention calling specific individuals out, too.
Yeah. So, if I had to speculate, the non-researcher side of me and the, just regular outworlder thinking here, I think Amatsu knows people are gunning for him. Which is, very weird to think that a monster can have that level of intelligence. Believe me, I probably sound crazy to the average commission person, but this is me talking. I think Amatsu may be knowing that a commission or maybe some higher power or some creatures don't like his presence. So putting apex in creatures like these deviants or just certain monsters that, slow them down so he has an easier time picking them off, because eventually they're going to reach him. But
more like he's testing.
I wouldn't say testing.
I feel like it is. He wants to prove himself the strongest. That's what that's what his words were, in a sense. He wants to. He says that he was the one true Tempest.
He doesn't need to prove that.
I'm aware of that, but he's wanting.
And he welcomes you to the ring.
Yes, he welcomes us to the Eye of the Storm. Yeah.
Hold on, before you guys continue.
Oh, apologies. Go ahead.
Sorry. Do you think there's any way, if he's utilizing his winds to be able to control scents, there's no way he's able to just produce them. He's having to utilize ones that were already there, which at this point have to be to at least some degree fainting. Is there any chance that we could use a mix of either some alchemicals or maybe even dung pods to possibly actually disperse some of the actual scents that are naturally traveling, cause a bit of congestion with them to cause some of the creatures to maybe try to evacuate the storm, give us an easier shot at going towards the monster?
That would work if apexes were actually affected by dung pods.
Well, to be
like
fair,
you said, they're staying here for the scent.
They are, and that's not a bad idea. The only problem that we currently have is because, again, that scent is not going to hold them there forever. Eventually, they're going to realize, hey, the rest of everybody else is moving a direction that we should probably be moving too, so why aren't we going anywhere? So technically, that's not a bad idea. The only issue we have is actually getting our resources together. I can actually not really in a sense when it comes to getting dung, because believe me, that's not hard. How about this? The only thing we're really missing out on that plan is dung. We need a lot of it. How many writers do we have in the room currently?
Sup?
Hi.
Well, to make sure that this, I know we're gonna just so we have this. I'll shoot this to the commission, but I'm gonna need you guys to do me a good favor.
I know exactly what you're thinking. Consider it done. If it works, it works.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it still so people can understand. Watch basically as like someone in the park walking their dog and have to pick up their remains. You guys start doing that with your monsters. Get as much as you can possibly muster without gagging or throwing up, and throwing it into an after-off cart and then wheeling it down to the commission. Because again, I've noticed that certain scents can draw certain creatures away. And I'm looking at 3 riders that have 3 very volatile apex predators in their with their overall being. I know what you can turn into, though. May also being Tigrex, Valstrax, and Kushal Deora. The sense of those guys placing territory may make these deviants less likely to stay around, or more likely to follow those scents outside to go and pick a fight.
Yeah. If anything, if it came down to it,
I'm not trying to change it. I'm just trying to
try
figure out
luring them.
Me and Crimson Star would be a good drop off.
and kind of build
I
off
mean,
of that.
the 2 of us could lure them.
Well, no, we could
like
also
physically lure them, but it wouldn't be go well. I don't
We
think.
could also mix together some Excite Shroom into the actual dung, which tends to have a very easy way of vaporing outwards, meaning we could actually improve the boss
myself, Cynthia
themselves
Star
and
could
cause
heavily
the
shake
actual
that
storm to kind of
We're the best people to go
disperse,
save
but actually
monsters.
help deal with the
How
system in a
fast
more
Crimson
widespread
fly?
way.
Satsumi can too, to be point.
I could also
It's just more of if Amatsu turns his attention to us, then we have a problem.
May have an idea. Okay. Is that
What's up, Calvin?
I may actually help out.
hurricanes.
What's up, Calvin?
There is a chemical that we can combine with dung to make it spread over a larger area, but it comes from a gland of a certain monster that I'm pretty sure no one wants to go after. Not because of not because of how powerful it is. Yeah. That gassy son of a bitch has a bit of, remember, it farts, it burps, but it can expel those gases a lot faster than most other creatures. So probably...
Don't you... I will not be shit on by that goddamn thing twice.
Do it.
Guys.
It's for the greater good.
I understand it's pain to understanding. Kangolala is a pain in the butt. Sorry if I'm looking this way.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
It seeps into the leather.
Okay, so let me explain. We're not sending you specifically after it, but we can send hunters out to, cut out the gland that we need from the throat and from the jugular to make something that can amplify the range and, the coverage of the dung.
Sign me up on that.
Again, I don't like the idea of it. But
A request then for that, then, Calvin. Why not send a few riders to go with that with their mounts and beat the ever-living crap out of this thing? We get it done.
Oh, stop talking.
Right, but
Wait, are you talking about Kangolala or Amatsu?
no, Kangolala. I don't want to bring our mounts close to Amatsu if I can help it. But if we're going after a Kangolala, like for example, myself and Maxine, both of our Elder Dragons could probably make some pretty quick work with it, along with some of the other mounts perhaps. We take that thing down immediately. Right. But we could do.
I don't plan on staying around, but I do understand your point, though.
Right.
I'm not trying to cut you off or anything,
but
you guys could probably really rock that shit to high hell.
Exactly. We take it down as fast as we can. We get what you're looking for, and we get it to you as soon as we can.
All right.
I gotta run to pick up my daughter. If there's any more important notes, just message me.
All right. Now we do gotta talk about
Give me
the
a bit
other
of your-
elephant in the room.
Good luck. What?
Abushi.
Amatsu itself?
No, Abushi.
Abushi, that's gonna be the harder one.
Ibushi, again, his storm is not as violent, but it's more or less the destruction that he's causing.
Mhm.
The destruction that he's causing seems to be reminiscent to when the Sixth Fleet first encountered Narwa. A lot of destruction.
I remember that.
More or less destruction to show that yes, I am ready for my queen to whatever arrived to any extent.
Oh yes.
The thing is, he's not causing destruction to ecosystems. He's causing destruction to man-made structures.
Because he's also looking for his queen. Well, one, he thinks it is. He thinks that this North Storm. God damn it. He thinks that the North Storm is his queen, which we know for a fact it's not. So in somehow, way or manner, Amatsu is tricking Ibushi. More than likely, so that Ibushi and Amatsu meet and shit happens. So the question is, how do we either deter Ibushi, which that's probably not gonna happen, first and foremost, because from what I gathered, he's fucking pissed at the fact that Amatsu's out, and called out 3 individuals specifically for releasing Amatsu, which I don't even know how the hell that even happened.
How the dragons work in specific ways.
Yeah, I know.
Touch up to the other side of it, but we have a thanks to
Right
his
there
not
from the
being
nostril
only
out
us.
again.
Mm.
Now, let me say this right now. We do know about his monster gauntlet. His is not as bad. It only has a tempered Magnemalo and an apex pair of rats, along with a Lucid Nargacuga, who seems to be fairly touchy with that Eye of the Storm. Seems to be holding territory because Ibushi's whims are just confusing creatures, more or less. Bringing creatures to places they wouldn't normally travel, and now these creatures, like Lucid Nargacuga, are getting a pretty easy snack that we usually most times have to go after in other areas and be more exposed to, but Ibushi storms are just confusing animals.
Is the one that Bushi's attracting Kamara?
Hi, Calvin. Huh? Yeah, good. But yeah, for the most part we don't really know too much. We just know that the Ibushi is not as bad currently.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's more or less the fact that it is, like you said before, most likely being tricked. He's probably going through his own set of confusion. Does anyone else have any ideas on ways we can probably slow him down? Because he's wiping out, not again, like I said, he's not wiping out ecosystems. He's wiping out villages and outposts that are good at keeping us supplied. So that's not really the great thing. That's why we can't go after both at the same time.
I mean, how are his storms created?
His storms are created from one central tornado, one large tornado in the center. And that one large tornado creates the rest of the storm around.
Question.
Oxygen bombs. See if that can redirect the storm away from a certain area.
Question.
If he's...
How fast has Ibushi's windstorms been clocked up?
We haven't got a decent clocking because getting too close to the eye has been met with a Lucid Nargacuga scratch to the face or down a balloon.
Fair. Mm-hmm. What would you roughly approximate it then?
No speed. The speed's probably 700. I don't know. I couldn't eyeball that in a long time. I'm not good with wind calculations.
Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
That's why I said it would be better to use oxygen bombs on his rather than Amatsu, since Amatsu's was.
When the last shipment is...
Could we not just do no oxygen bomb?
That is literally
Your area.
That entire... Yeah, no, you don't... No. We are not doing that.
Probably. So...
There's small little things that explode in the top layer of a tornado, and then they are used to kind of redirect it from an area.
He is attacking structures. Attacking man-made structures.
The problem is, if we take out Ibushi, Amatsu will take advantage because of how Cynthia.
Yes, but we wouldn't have to go through. We would potentially not have to go through the other gauntlet.
Like the rampage. No,
we won't have to go through the other gauntlet, but we don't know what Amatsu will do in response.
I'd rather face Amatsu directly and not have to deal with 4 fucking deviants.
Yes. Because if we defeat Ibushi, and Amatsu basically adopts some more monsters, or learns from what we've done to Ibushi to strengthen his own defenses.
You should do it faster. We're gonna finish up talking here in a little bit. Okay then, it's gonna be one of these weeks.
What's up?
Another resource outpost just got knocked out by one of the storms.
North or south storm?
So yeah, most likely the south one.
Right. Question then, in terms of supplies within the Commission and the Grip, how are we looking in terms of supply levels coming in and current stocks?
Well, with the grip itself, you guys are, since you guys have your own little supplies of aptonoth and other things like that, and you guys own your own mining settlement out in the one of the Elder Recess edges.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are fairly stocked. But when it comes to the commission, we get most of our stuff from outsourcing. We don't have farms or anything that are too close, besides for, you know, the average herbs and aptonoth farms. Or is what we've been struggling with. We can't get that close to the Elder Recess at the moment because, again, after Amatsu's moved away from the Elder Recess, everything wants its territory back. I mean, everything.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Okay.
Are there caves that go through that area?
I can check, but
filled up with Uragons and Brachydios boxing it out. So I don't want to
there's a lot of that going on there.
I'm gonna have to hoof it on.
Again, we're gonna have to wait a good week for it to settle before we can even think about going back in there. Again, everything's trying to reclaim their home, from the lava pits to the caves to the skies. And they're just trying to reorganize themselves amongst each other. So what we can do is just let nature take its course.
If you have a stream as well.
We've tried on-the-go settlements, but those have their own flaws and their own benefits. But it's more or less is just, like I said, these storms are making the creatures that we use to move around a little bit more jumpy, I guess. Our Aptonoth combos, our Aptonoths and Popos have been more jumpy than usual, aka even the slightest like twig snap can almost stand off a whole stampede. They're not really doing the greatest. So we really gotta bring our we try to bring in a lighter load. It does
I have an idea.
Calm down, but overall it's just a pain in the ass.
Calvin.
Again, I'm all for ideas.
Yeah, suggestion then, or an idea and a suggestion. The idea of utilizing dung pods, or to disperse the 4 deviants around Amatsu. Can we still do that? But also, if we,
yes,
no, there's a contingent with this. If we can able to do that, but then also divert to go full focus Ibushi. Because Ibushi is dealing with all of the man-made settlements, especially resources, which is going to further starve the commission and surrounding places. The longer that continues, the worse it's going to get. Yes, Amatsu is a greater threat right now that is considerably destroying everything. But if we lose resources across the board, we're going to be starved, and the commission's going to be starved to even give assistance for either other creature. My suggestion would be, if we can divert the 4 deviants away, while at the same time sending groups to go down, deal with the 4 apexes and Ibushi, that way, when Ibushi is then taken care of, and the supply lines are reestablished, or hopefully reestablished, focus can be redirected over to Amatsu. With the 4 deviants gone, it's a straight shot.
That's
in
the
theory.
problem. We only have enough resources to go after one storm.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Ibushi's okay. Before maybe this week, this plan would have worked if we maybe got to this maybe a little bit sooner. But now we're too far into it that we don't have enough resources to really go after one.
Especially since the commission and everyone else will be focusing on the forbidden lands.
True.
Not exactly. When it comes down to forbidden lands, its own. These storms are also good representation of what's going on. Exactly. So. Again,
Yeah, but the commission's probably focusing their men and everything to go there.
Kid.
No, they're not just one
I'm gonna tell you this straight up before you say something that's just not true. I'm working at the commission pretty much every hour of the damn day, and I can tell you this now. The commission, when it comes down to focuses right now, the Forbidden Lands is just a research project with a bunch of people going in there just saying, oh, hey man, these are just new lands. We're not focusing all of our attention on it. We have 2 giant storms that could fuck over every ecosystem here.
Yeah.
For months, the Shrine Ruins could become flooded. Oceans and beaches just become more ocean. Moga would be drowned in frickin' monsoons. You think we're just going to care about some land out west? Whatever direction it's in? Forbidden Lands is something, yes, but that's just more research expeditions. We're talking about ecosystems collapsing. If our priorities are set on a new place, we would have been drowned in water by now. Sorry to get a little agitated at you, but that's just the bottom line.
No, you're
What if we... You said that Ibushi Storm was approximately 700-ish plus? Roughly?
We can clock that. We already know Amatsu's is way higher.
Oh, I'm aware Amatsu is way
Putting a
higher. I
medical-
experienced that. Because I'm almost wondering if we can find maybe a couple other powerful Aeromancers like myself. What are the odds that we could potentially disrupt that entire storm system of Ibushi's? Wrestle control away from him.
Messing with winds and powers at that point, that could that can do.
It would be more so to
exactly
disperse
say
it. It would be
what
more so to
that would-
disperse it.
But I know one thing about this world is, you do something that could be overall good, and then a few years
Yeah.
or so, someone else comes kicking in the door claiming something else.
Yeah,
so
I know.
It may be good for the short term, but I'm thinking
Well,
long term.
well, it was more so
There are
to
creatures that
stop the storm and then go immediately after Ibushi. That's what I mean. You take out his storm, he can't.
But like I said,
Yeah, but still,
If
that
we
would have to be going
can-
through his gauntlet, which would mean we'd end up going
True.
after
We'd
Ibushi
have to
and
do it
Amatsu.
anyways, yeah.
so again, this is what we're faced with at the current moment.
Mhm.
If we go after Amatsu, the only risk that we're running out of is running out of resources. But if we go after Ibushi, resources won't be an issue, but terrain and compatibility with that terrain to conduct those hunts through his gauntlet is the issue.
Well, in terms of terrain, then would it just be more flatland or just chaotic messes? Do you think?
Chaotic messes.
It's like a cataclysmic event.
That'll cause a lot of
Not
hunter
exactly
injuries.
cataclysmic, but basically think of it like harsh winds, water, and occasional wildfires due to the lightning storms and the rain.
Honestly, I'd rather deal with that than... Well, that's just me personally.
Again, that's just you.
Yeah,
Again,
I know.
The ecosystem as well and causing a lot more disturbance.
It's gonna be destructive to the ecosystem regardless.
They both are.
I know that it's heavily in favor of Amatsu right now. Like 90% to Amatsu.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
currently
like-
it's 38 to 2.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Once you guys can talk after this talk, you guys gotta get talking in your hunter comms and tell them what
Yeah.
we're facing right now, and maybe that vote will change. That's why I'm waiting until Thursday. You guys are you're a big guild, so you guys can understand and conduct yourselves willingly. And
It's like I get it.
responsibly. So,
Ibushi
like I
is
said,
doing
if
a
we
lot
can-
of damage to the people, but Amatsu is quite literally causing what could be a
I'm
fatal
exactly political, just
ecosystem.
seamless, but it's just
It could cause a fatal ecosystem collapse. Completely
Everything can cause a
collapse.
fatal economical
Yes,
collapse. That's the thing.
Ibushi, for now, is not
See ya,
causing a
Cypher.
fatal ecosystem. It's not on the verge of causing a fatal ecosystem collapse.
Yeah, we'll share in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's damned if we do, damned if we don't, across the board. There is no good option. There really isn't.
Yes, I know. I would take, but I would still take the larger threat. So that way it doesn't fester or learn, since this Amatsu is sentient, and depending on its sentience.
So is the Ibushi.
Yes, the Ibushi is reacting to the initial
Then
cause.
why don't we focus our resources to deal with the Matsu? However, we can send a small team to at least try and deal with some of the monsters to basically divert Ibushi for a while. So that way we can at least have some kind of resource.
We wouldn't have any resources to back up those hunters, this small team. Like,
Yeah.
that's how
That
tight
would be
we are.
sending them to their deaths.
We got. They would be going there with no arena fight.
God damn it.
I'm not even hearing anything.
Yeah, don't worry. Well, like I said, fucking, those hunters would go in with no SOS flares, no farcasters, no dung pods, no nothing.
Yeah.
The only thing that would go in there is their weapon and tools, maybe a few health pods and, the resources. And maybe gathering resources around the area could be something, but getting things like herbs to make potions could be completely null and void because of the water just flooding over the herb growing locations and just making it harder to find the healing resources someone would need. That's the problem. It's not really... It's just more of an inconvenience to any hunter to go down that area if we're already going after... We're launching a full-scale attack on Amatsu.
Well, follow-up question then in regards to Amatsu. If Amatsu is the final choice, given that there's 4 deviants or potentially less if the dung plan works and we can get rid of a couple of them, for those who go on those hunts, because normally some of us aren't able to go on multiple hunts during a week, would we be allowed to do that and get land aid where we can?
Yeah. Again, we'll shoot the idea for them. We do know that things like Astalos and Glavinus will most likely respond to things like that.
Mhm.
But things like Bloodbath, Diablos, and Thunderlords and Ogre, those most likely have to be hunts and slays.
Yeah.
We know one damn thing for sure: Bloodbath, Diablos is not budging.
The bloodbath is probably going to take at least an hour plus to deal with, minimum.
The Bloodbath, I can assure you this now.
Oh, fucking hell.
I can say this now. What the Bloodbath is they're not. For some, I don't even know why the Bloodbath's here. It's not even following the Centrails. It's just there.
He's probably angry at Amatsu, but he can't really fly up to beat him up, so he's just sitting there.
He probably
Guess
it's not like all the other monsters on his turf, maybe.
But that wasn't his turf, though, right?
There's a few other Diablos. It wasn't. No, that area is nowhere close to a desert. He's living in a swamp right now. Somewhere similar to the ruins.
So then, what's keeping it then? Like,
That
what
is
would normally draw a Diablos in? Like, what would it normally draw it in?
Well, either
Challenge.
Challenge is only really met when it comes down to competition. When it comes down to food and accessibility to said food, and they're cactus grazers.
And mating.
Unless
they're herbivores.
Mating too, but mating happens usually to feed. Wait a minute.
But if it's a
Wait a
bloodbath
minute.
Diablos,
What?
you can only see red.
He might just be angry at Amatsu, but be unable to get to
May
him,
need
so he's
to
just
do
kind of...
something because there is speculation. Now, this is a little bit of a long shot here.
Hmm.
But remember when I said about growing patterns with the other storm?
Yeah.
And how certain resources can get blown to different regions where it doesn't usually grow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cactus in the swamps.
Fucking hell.
Probably. It might
It's a possibility.
I mean, we
But
couldn't
that
know
would
until you got
be
close
obvious
enough to
big
even
factor.
look. Yeah.
Exactly. Again, speculation. But it's not that far of a shot. Cactus growing in a place that it's really not supposed to be isn't really the harshest thing, as long as the conditions are met to some extent. As the weather patterns are changing in such a violent manner, it could match the harsh conditions that a desert can present, except for the harsh sun at least.
It would adapt.
And then we would have a new plant life that would make it so Bloodbath, Hellblade, and it would make it so.
That would be provided heat, right?
Things can bring things to different environments, therefore those things get adapted to those environments.
Tornadoes also uproot tubers, things that are naturally hard to get when they're underground. So it's basically a free meal.
And they are particularly herbivore, and Bloodbath has metabolism similar to, well, what Devil Drill to some extent. Not
Imagine
to the point of, no return,
mean...
Imagine an area
The
where
storms are moving where their food is going, and that and resources. Why not follow it?
I mean, imagine that you're literally your food is raining from the sky, and you don't even have to do anything to get it. It just rains from the sky and lands.
I know, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
Sorry, thank you for making me hungry with thinking about that.
That will follow a regular
No, let's think of it in this standard. A tornado moves around, it swirls, it pulls and uproots things. It's forcibly making them have to move their home. It's being put to a different area. Of course, Bloodbath Diablos would probably move to where that food's going. However, the storm's providing that bit. Why not move where Amatsu's creating it?
Exactly.
Well, it's also the thing of, like, imagine going from an area where there's almost no food for you
crap, I think it's that
to
time.
an area where
I gotta get
there's
the
a lot of
Lunchables ready. Alright, but I think this
Also,
conclude our
comment
talks for
before
now.
we go.
A
Give
lot
nacho cheese and salsa.
Yeah.
When it comes to delivering the dung bomb, how big, like, are we gonna use a singular, like, giant cannon to launch it, or are you gonna use...
Not a cannon, reason
I have my own ideas, but I
like
can't think of our
a catapult,
clash.
more or less. A
Okay,
catapult system.
Yeah, I can help with that.
Also, a question.
We could use a
Amatsu has
mangonel as
said-
well, or like a scorpion sort of system.
I gotta
Expo.
help with shoveling, if anything. Not a big
Well,
deal,
it's just maybe
master.
one of those days.
Hey, Calvin.
Any other questions? Just
If the Kongolala hunt is approved and the plan for that goes forward, let Maxine and I know, and we can bring our girls by. We can bring them out by.
I'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go get these people straightened out. If you got any more questions for me, hold them for the time being.
If anything, I'll poke you in the researcher comms, Calvin. He's got to take care of the group first, Maxine.
Yeah, it's just unsafe, and I don't want like this person hanging on to
Yes, I understand
friend
even if one. I just
coming in and then just they go out and someone sees her because of the way she looks, and then she gets
Cosmo?
Really shitty
Hmm.
situations,
We're
so
gonna have to have
maybe
a
it'll
bigger
negate
talk on
itself.
what's going on with the storm system soon enough.
What if I-
We've
what
got
if I
bigger
told
problems
you-
on our hands, but we do have a potential
I told you
idea.
I have a really, really lucky
We
chance
think we
of
know
always
why the
getting
Diablos is staying around. And it's not gonna move, so we're gonna have to go through it.
Yeah, most of my luck really results.
2 of the deviants we can deal with. A third one could potentially be avoided by luring it to Amatsu. The 4th one, which is the bloodbath, we're gonna have to go right through that fucking thing. And that's gonna be about a 2.5-hour slog. I'll discuss it with you later. Have fun on your expedition. Take notes.
Please do. Thank you.
Have fun.
It's just building back
lives be in danger because what's stopping the bad guys from just going back to camp?
Right.
Good places and all. Potions, bandages, gauzes.
Hmm. It's empty over there.
No one in there?
Yeah, it's empty.
Alright, they might be using the new arena, and that's the way of the airship.
There's a new arena?
They did get it fixed.
What the fuck? You said by the new? Where? Like going that way? The far side?
You climb up the ladder.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was. Oh, shit. Okay.
It's a beautiful view. The ocean is beautiful.
I mean, I know you can see it on if you go in the back way where the patio stuff is, but I never knew you could go up on this thing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. Oh shit. Damn.
I thought for sure I smelled him.
Oh shit. Yeah, I did not know this was here.
I have no idea.
Who's a little strong right now?
What?
What?
Turn around, spin kick.
I was expecting you to do it. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting it, Frederick. Look, that was, you know, that one I would have given to you, and I would have gotten a good laugh out of that. I would not have been angry at you. Let's see, actually, where? Okay.
We got it back then.
Hmm.
Hey, Cynthia, before you go.
What?
Cynthia,
What's up?
have you seen Cora?
Nope. Haven't heard anything. Nothing. Not a thing.
Just.
Sister.
You know, that's fine.
Some days I want to strangle Oryx.
I'm aware.
So badly.
I'm aware. Let's go talk. Come on. Let's plan here. Come on.
I'm just thinking the way that Calvin's explaining it.
I know. Come on. Right. So
let's go over the hypotheticals of this.
Mhm.
Amatsu causing basically regional disaster uprooting things, moving it around different ecosystems. The water tides are rising. Certain things are getting worse. Certain areas that are dry are now getting wet, and some areas that are now wet are getting dried.
Right.
So that means that we actually have to deal with it, or the environment will get worse. We handle with Bushi. We have enough for the commission to help us deal with Amatsu. But Amatsu now realize that and have a plan to deal with the grip and how many others, because Amatsu's at the sentience of a sapphire, and that's a problem.
You're not wrong. And given the fact that, as I said, both of these dragons have called me out specifically, I'm not quite too much of a fan of it. And I don't like being caught in the middle of shit, but here I am. So.
That's the problem. The issue is, we handle Amatsu, we have Bushi, but we'll have nothing we can do until we can gather the resources again. Because, well, the environment's going to need to restore itself. And the thing with the gauntlet may just get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with a tempered magnum mallow. That's hell flames scattering everywhere.
I know. Okay,
and
so...
Apex is... those are a problem in itself.
Mm-hmm. So... Yeah, there really is no...
It's a lose-lose.
Oh, 100%.
However, which one benefits us more? Amatsu and removing him so he can basically be crowned king, or basically Ibushi, who will basically try up Commission and us in total. So we can't handle any either or.
Personally, going after either one of them has to happen regardless.
It has to happen. But the sad part is, I say we have to handle Amatsu. The commission gets dried up. That means we can refocus our plans with both the commission having to work with us. Yes, it means we'll get more supplies. Or even hell, if it means us having to drag the weapons on our back to handle him and having magic users to help heal, we'll fucking take it.
I mean, we technically do that to begin with.
The commission don't. They don't deal with magic. They're all humanoid people who don't use any source of magical
they're traditional of their world, which we know.
Which honestly, I feel the commission helps the Amatsu. The Iron Grip can entirely handle Ibushi then, because we're the one who could actually probably handle Ibushi. We don't have healing supplies. We'll have medical at least. Medical and surgical equipment, we have it. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
And once Ibushi's handled, those resources can start flowing again for both sides. So therefore, it won't be entirely a loss. It's basically we'll be having a little bit of a dicey moment, but both sides will get what they need, and will benefit both sides. Because then we won't have to deal with tidal waves and certain things getting worse because there's now two storms, different in north and south, causing those uprisings. Now it'll be just the north getting worse, or the south getting worse. But it means it won't get higher. It won't raise higher.
Right.
It'll cause an area, and that's the point.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we know we have to take care of one. The question is what seems to be the point of contention at this point. Do we go after Ibushi and repair the supply lines? Yes, no. We do have to take care of 4 apexes. Both are, all of that is a pain in the ass. Same with 4 deviants. Okay, that's neither here nor there at this point. The main thing is, if we go after Ibushi, we get the supply chains back, for the most part. If we go after Amatsu, we do technically have a plan to get rid of potentially up to 3 deviants from the area. But that does mean we have a bloodbath that we are forced to deal with, which is probably going to take at least 2.5 hours to get rid of. Minimum. Because that thing doesn't fucking die. Then, if we do finish and go after Amatsu, that means if Amatsu is eventually taken down, that does mean our supply chains are fucked for the Commission. The Commission cannot help us for Ibushi, period, until that gets restored. Which may sound the better of the two evils. Which, in theory, it could be. Who the fuck knows? There are too many unknowns at this point. And here I am still stuck in the middle of all of this.
I haven't been around in a bit, and I've been trying to understand everything, so this is a problem for a lot more than I thought it would be. I'm trying to think hypothetically here, like, honestly, hypothetically. I've never had to think about this before, so when it comes to a standard within the Hunter's Code, the environment comes first. We can rebuild and resupply ourselves. If it's just the grip having to handle it, we've done it before, but we'll do it again. Did so in Narwa.
And yet both times, both of these creatures have called me out. They've called out the one who is called the Tempest. I am aware of this.
Which makes me more summarized. Why call you, all people that could be connected to your affinity, to the hunters that are there? Why you, of all people?
My guess would be the title. Ibushi called me the woman Tempest. Amatsu descended from the sky and with his voice quite literally approached me, pulled me forward off of Satsumi's back, and spoke to me directly. Not to the others who were listening in earshot. To me. Why, I do not know.
More answers being needed. However, best of two evils is Amatsu first, then.
End of the day, yes. For that is the one that we have the most potential plans to go along with it. That being said, I'm not looking forward to dealing with a bloodbath.
Problem is, if it's a gauntlet, and a ramper, we could do the exact same thing as what happened during the rampage. We'd push them off, move them out.
Just possible.
Rampage within a storm. If we do the hypotheticals like we did during the rampage, we could handle it all probably within one go. Yeah, so it'd be crucial and, you know, like, it's basically throwing all of our people at it.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
If the plan for utilizing the dung goes through, that means there's more than likely going to be fighting a Kongolala, which Calvin is not opposed to you and I both bringing our companions along to help speed this process up. We just need to make sure that it dies. Following that, if we are able to make the plan work...
handlers to give us permission to even killing the thing.
True. But if it means the fact that we can utilize it to work the plan, I think we can secure it. But then that comes with executing said plan, in the hopes that it gets rid of the Bolt Reaver, the two female Astalos, the Hellblade Glavenus, and the regular Glavenus. If that works, that's 5 creatures out of the way. Following that then leads Thunderlord Zenogre. Thunderlord Zenogre, if we can lure that to Amatsu, the two of them are going to duke it out. More than likely, Amatsu will win. The Thunderlord will be defeated, or driven off, which then leaves us only with a Bloodbath Diablos. A long endurance fight. But that's one versus
However,
6.
Bloodbath Diablos. If we think about it this way, it's, like I said, a devil gel in some sort of aspect with its rage, its anger. What happens if we lead it towards Matsu as well?
Nothing, more than likely.
Probably. But in the end, that would have to be slain. Whether we like it or not, it would cause more disasters.
End of the day, it's going to cause disasters regardless.
Both ends. So it's basically this. We save the environment, or we save the people. Save the environment. People will suffer, but we can rebuild. We save the people, the environment suffers.
End of the day, both sides are going to suffer. It's just which one's going to be more.
The commission probably get angry with us because they can't get their things connected. No, we'd be thankful that basically probably there'll be a lot less environmental disasters now. Most likely. It's good. It's basically good for peoples, I guess.
I don't know.
I'm just thinking in a hypothetical. If we had a talk with the commission about this, as much as we want to help them focus on the Matsu, the less scale damage will have to do, and a lot less stress in the end.
If we go after Amatsu?
Amatsu, stress and basically certain things will die down. It will be a lot easier handling Ibushi. But does it mean I handle Ibushi ourselves? The commission may not like it. But
I mean, at that point, we just pitch to them that we will take care of Ibushi and they don't have to support us for it.
They won't be able to.
Well, I mean, when we propose the plan to them is what I mean.
The thing is, if we were going to do that sort of thing, I'd need basically, Ares, probably Calvin, and whoever else being the support of this idea.
Calvin's already going to propose the idea for the dung thing and the Kongolala hunt. He's going to propose that. More than likely, if we do get approval for it, we're probably going to have a hunt either Wednesday or for next week. In that case, both of us are going to be needed.
Okay. That makes more sense.
As of right now, the unfortunate thing is while I would say we would go after Ibushi, as of right now, Amatsu has the more concrete plans that can help us get to Amatsu faster. Unless we find ways of getting rid of the 4 apexes easily. Do you know of ways of getting rid of a Rathalos, a Rathian, a Nargacuga, and a Magnamalo? Because I don't.
Magnamalo, especially if it's tempered. Temper is basically its old age, it's gone through its struggles, it's basically gotten through it through strength alone. Which means Magnamalo would be the hardest with the nucleus Nargacuga. Nargacuga, it's basically like the Bloodbath Diablos in the end of the day. You whittle it down, force it out.
But could we do a similar plan though, with Elder Dragon, Mountain Dung and all that shit, to the Ibushi side? Would that force any of the apexes away?
It would.
Which ones?
Rathian and Rathalos. The problem is if it's a couple though. If they're both mates, that's out of the question.
Well, if we get one to leave, one would follow, right?
Most likely. But that's saying if they are mates.
Or if they're not.
Mallow.
Mm-hmm.
That's asking to drag it out of the storm. And if it was a scorn to Mallow, I don't even want to think about it. Thankfully, it's only a normal tempered, so...
As far as we're aware, it's only normal tempered, yeah. Okay.
But dung pods can work with Mallow.
Would it drive it
is
away? Would it
Bushi
drive the
itself.
Magnamalo, though? Would it drive away the Magnamalo?
Yes.
Okay. So we have the potential of getting rid of 3, much like we can get rid of 3, potentially get rid of 3 deviants. Because honestly, I think we stand a better chance going against a Lucent Nargacuga first than a Bloodbath Diablos.
Because if we deal with the tempered Mallow, that's basically dung pod. The Apex, Rathian Rathalos, those might be slays.
Right, but we can...
Lucent
if
Nargacuga,
the Lucent is probably... Yeah.
that's capturable.
It's just
Technically,
convincing the
no.
others, that's the problem.
Tempered Mallow we can capture. Lucent Nargacuga we can capture.
It's just... I mean, all 4 of them we could capture. All 4 of them we could capture.
No. Apexes are a lot harder.
Okay, never mind then. But...
However, when it comes to Amatsu, Bolt Reaper capture, Hellblade capture, Thunderlord, Snooker.
I know Zach wants to go
Amatsu,
after that damn
Bloodbath
Bolt Reaver.
Diablos.
Zach wants to go after the damn Bolt Reaver. He's got a vendetta against it.
You can wait for that one then.
Oh yeah, no, it was the same Bolt Reaver, by the way, that showed up on
right
Wednesday.
now. I think right now it's enough thinking for right now until I get more things planned out with other researchers and also the handlers' ideas.
Alright, let's do this. Let's propose both plans. Let's post them in the researcher comms. Get people's opinions. But we have to post this and we have to share this to the other hunters because we have to get them to weigh in on this because they're the ones who are going to be casting the majority of the votes here. We have to be the ones to either convince them which or one or the other. Because as of right now,
Sadly,
99% all want to go after Amatsu.
Oryx isn't going and clashing with those ideas because with him, it's in the end we'll have to kill them. Oryx's mind is always set on the kill word, and however, I just don't like the idea he brought up, the idea of oxygen bombs, things that can basically literally break apart the air around certain pockets with pure oxygen.
Yeah,
that's still going to cause a massive detriment.
Yep.
Which, yes, are good for dealing with tornadoes and dispersing it. However, that then messes up this basically dispersion of clouds and other things.
Look.
You need to disperse normally.
If we can get to Ibushi, and I have like at least 2 other powerful Aeromancers, we could disperse the storm completely for a time. Rendering Ibushi's storm powers...
would be regrow.
Right. He would be able to regrow it, but we would give us windows to strike. I can't do that with Amatsu. Amatsu is like 2 times worse than that.
But, so if we did go on the side of the resources, we handle that. We can regrow certain things so the commission can help us figure things out. However, Amatsu will get smarter, probably pull more monsters.
Maybe, or he just gets him full of himself. Amatsu is smart. Amatsu is smart, yes. Yes. And in fact, it could also be the fact that he wants us to go after Ibushi. Who the fuck knows? This is like 5D chess and we have only 1 piece. And it's checkmate in 3 moves either way.
Either he checkmates us, or we checkmate him.
Exactly. Either
Which one
way,
that we rather go for, though? In your book. Truly, what would you think?
from a
As of what my stand is the environment itself.
tactical standpoint, the logical sense would be to go after Amatsu. From a
I think the same.
But from a logical standpoint, and long term, Ibushi holds a little bit more weight because of resources.
But resources, we run out of options to handle Amatsu in the end and have no way of dealing with him.
Well, we can get outside resources, just the commission's gonna be fucked for a while. But it's just really fucked across the board. That's really just the end of that's the bottom line. It really is. It's fucked across the board. So
there's not much I can really say or do into this instance, but
here's the thing. Here's the thing. An environment can recover and adapt from a natural disaster like this. That much is certain. Though
as the natural disaster keeps going, then it grows worse.
Correct.
Doesn't have time to recover.
Correct. But here's the thing. If the commission runs out of resources, the commission itself opens it up to attacks from all other sides, not even including monsters.
And rock hunters as well.
Exactly. I mean, they can't respond. Means they're ripe for the picking. That's another thing to consider. Because I can guarantee you, I'm gonna put this out there. I am 90% certain we're gonna run to fucking Tempest again. I really don't want to have to deal with that, but I want to fucking kill that asshole because he's a fucking pervert to the... Quite literally, he's a mockery to the title of Tempest.
That's fair. I don't know here. I'm trying to... I don't know.
And I'm just trying to figure shit out. I don't know.
Until then...
Let's do this.
Think idea and comms.
Let's propose both sides. We have to propose both sides here. That's the only way we could do this. Give as much supporting detail as we can for either side. And get input. That's all we can do. Either way, I will... whichever way this goes, I will support it. Because I'm going to go on either of these either way.
I'm just worried that one of these is going to cause infighting and basically it'll be, I guess, a yelling chamber, if you say.
Oh, it's going to do that for sure. But we don't have a choice in the matter, sister. We really don't.
No, we don't.
So, let's make the best of what we've got. Because the clock is ticking, and we're out of time. And that clock is not going to stop. Let's go. Right.
When did you get on my lawn? When did the gnome garden gnome get a gat?
Here. Let's go back to the Azure. Let's go and... let's coordinate on this. Let's go. Come on. Be better that way, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering where you fucking were.
Yeah, I respawned.
No, not you. This one. I knew you respawned. I saw your shadow disappear. Hi. How'd it go?
I walked around. I couldn't find anybody.
Yeah, we were. Kat and I were up in the upper airship.
Oh.
Yeah, we had one hell of a talk. We had a hell of a talk. We had a one hell of a talk.
Oh, that was a lot. I'm actually sitting there going, I'm also going to focus on on the waves of calamity and my fiance, so she doesn't die.
Why is there a blue laser dot on my fucking face?
It's Storm. Where are they? I don't know the fuck. Is it Storm? Who the fuck is it?
Whomst? Oh,
It's you.
hi Paige. I'm like, who the fuck is putting that in my eyes? Like, what the fuck? I saw you watching, by the way, Paige. Boop. Hi, Techie Spark.
Yeah. I had to sit there going, Mac, she was actually getting stressed out and going, I almost just broke my entire bit of me trying to be a handler. I almost because RX kept on clashing the idea. Max just goes, no. You were putting more at risk saying that. And RX kept saying the word.
Not Techie.
In the end of the day.
Oh, it's the, It's, Ori. Right? I forget, because I don't think I've actually met this one. I don't think I've met this one.
However, RX royally messed up in Maxine's eyes with the words they said. Maxine goes, we are dealing with an issue that basically is a sentience of a sapphire. An issue of a rampage that could cause an actual event. And RX goes, in the end, we'll do what we did the rest. We'll kill them.
Oh.
And Maxine just goes,
yeah.
Do we have to, why is it kill? And RX goes, what, capture their, I don't know. But in the end, we'll deal with them all we did the same. I'll wear them. And Maxine just full and slapped RX.
Jesus Christ.
Is it Amy or Ame? Second.
Maxine's going to the Azure. I might
Ame.
play Yukino for a little bit until things.
Okay. Yeah. Boy. Well, we gotta write shit up, Kat. We gotta do that. And it's a good thing it's all in my VOD, so we can reference it.
I was playing the Wilds music while I was doing this, and I'm sitting there going, Maxine's trying to lock in. She's trying to be think how a handler would. And then
I was playing fuck, what is that song? Heritage Found Night Theme. That was what I was listening to during all of that.
Nice.
Also, my chat was just like, my chat was just like, oh man, Cynthia being stuck in the middle of all of this, and it's like, yup.
Rip.
Meanwhile, Maxine's stuck in the middle of the waves of calamity, Yarrow, and 2 other scenarios. She's stuck in between 4 situations right now.
Stop.
Oh, it's not even her choice. It's not even her choice.
You can walk away from this. It's called you can walk away from this shit, woman.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Yarrow is going to approach them whether she likes it or not, and will keep hunting them.
Okay, Yarrow is one thing.
Her fiance is part of it, and basically will hit anywhere at any time, which means it could hit their home. It could hit anywhere. We don't know. Waves of Calamity
out of character, though, you can choose what to do.
Yeah.
You're too overstimulated.
In character, it's fine. The Iron Grip is the thing of, I'm trying to get back for her. She's trying to actually make an impact for herself and actually try and make a change to go, I left because the rogues. I'm not focused on the rogues. I am just focused on making sure the environment is safe.
Fair.
I love those dual little spinning orbs. It's so cute. By the way, did you ever have you been able to make any other progress with the one thing I asked you about, or not yet? No. Okay. Yeah. Because now you can actually.
Now I have to go to Orlando Soccer to do wave talk. Oh boy.
Have fun with that.
I'm going to have fun. Is everyone else going to have fun trying to talk with me, who's literally like talking to an information wall? No.
No.
Rip.
I'm the one person that actually has information stick, and I'll.
Oh yeah, we got to figure out the little tassel on the sword. That's one of the other things we didn't do.
I'll get to it at some point, yeah. I'll try and mess with it.
I think if anything, we can just remove it.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I can totally remove it. It'd be a lot easier. The mission went well.
Yeah.
We got new books and stuff. Aki left with 2 books.
Oh.
She's not supposed to. That is interesting. The library just gave her the book because it's apparently bad for the library, so they just gave it to her.
What book?
So I was like, I'm gonna pick up this random book. I literally said that, and I open it. Gren's like, the cover is scratched off, and inside is a magic circle with a skull in the middle.
I gave people laughter.
Jeez. Is a magic circle with a skull in the middle, and
Oh, you found that! Oh no!
Aki has that book now.
Oh no. Oh no.
What I did was I put
I
it
know
in a
exactly
container,
what that is.
and I closed it, I sealed it, and I gave it to...
No, I know what that is, Gren. I know what that is because it's in the fucking admin channel. I know what that symbol is. I know what it represents, and that's not good.
Do you want to know what happened with it? So, I was like, all right, let me go find a librarian so they can figure out what the cover is. They come down, they restore the cover, but it's just a blank cover. I'm like, okay, let me go put it away. The book bleeds onto my hand. Oh, the symbol is now in red in blood. I'm like, great, let me go find the magic circle in a book. It doesn't exist. I leave it there. I wipe it off with a Kleenex, the blood. It appears on the Kleenex, the symbol. And then I have to go and pick up the book because the librarian's like, go take that book with you. We don't want that. I'm like, okay. And
Get rid of that book immediately.
I will. And the symbol gets removed from the Kleenex. I put it in a box and I seal it up and I hand it to Angelica. It's on the Azure. She has it.
Perfect.
And then what she does is she opens it, looks at the book, she instantly shuts it, pokes her head out the door. No way, come back. You better get back. And Aki just books it.
Yep,
Like,
good. Good.
I'm like, I don't think I need to get Aki into things right now. I have too much things I need to work on.
I will tell you exactly. If you want to know what that is, I will tell you what that is. I'll tell you that out of character. I'm not going to say it on stream, though.
That's understandable, hon. But yeah, so Aki checked out a book about the primal beasts. Yoon took out a book for arcane magic. We did find the 14th volume to that Yuri thing that
Oh God,
Warden wanted.
Did we find anything new for Akura? Uh-oh.
No.
You having fun, Paige?
They got more Fire Dragon books of Elish, I think.
That's fair. I know that I think Akura was trying to find things for a soul.
And then we got another book about about Noah.
Thought Aki checked out a book magic with the ladies. What the fuck?
No, I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't, Gren. It was supposed to be for Aki and Castell in the bedroom. That's what I was gonna do. Do that one. But instead I decided to just check out the book of the Primal Beast, and I handed it to Akura on the ship, and I'm like, here, you have this.
Oh, Gren's just like, damn it.
I know, right, Gren? They gave me plot, and I'm like, fuck. I should take this instead. Because I was so tempted to take it.
I would have Cynthia would have given her book back to like have someone else deliver it for her because she couldn't have delivered it.
I gave her all the books that needed to go back to the librarian for everybody.
Gren, we need to figure out when we can do the one thingy that I requested on, because I kind of want to do that sooner rather than later, if we can help it. If it's possible.
Fair.
Yeah. Just because it'll make things a lot easier for me. Alright, let me go on stream real quick.
Okay, hon.
Okay, that is me done for tonight. It was fun. Some major theory crafting. You know what? I'm gonna go raid this nerd. Alright, I'm sending you all over to Howl. He is currently playing some Monster Hunter Wilds. He's playing the new patch content stuff. Yeah, I know. So go over there and give him lots and lots of love. He absolutely deserves it. He is an amazing friend and an absolutely incredible role player. Give him all the love. And I will see you all potentially tomorrow. If there is Twilight, we will see. And yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what the fuck is going on with the Matsu and Debushi. Oh boy. That's gonna be fun. Cynthia's place piling up again. Yeah, excuse me. Kind of. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. But yeah. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your night. Have a good weekend. I'll see you all later. Bye.